Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense, and we are back from the National.
Back from the dead.
Back to life, and back then better than ever, right? Right? Are we better
What's
than
that
ever?
song? Back to
Life, back to reality.
Yeah.
It's like an
That's
80s
us.
or 90s.
Yeah.
Either way, it's us, baby. I like it. I really like the shirt, by the way. Red
You like
Hulk.
that? Shout out to
Shirt Farm?
no, this is a Chronic Images.
Oh.
They do one of a kind drops.
Dude, I'm
So-
so excited for my Shirt Farm shirts.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you ordered those.
Guys, if you don't know about Shirt Farm, which are they they're sponsoring the next episode.
I hope so. We need to contact them. You know, they just did some special edition AEW shirts.
Oh, did they that
for AEW?
get Upper Deck in there? Get some
Yeah.
AEW cards while we're wearing AEW shirts. Yes, please.
Kenny Omega shirts.
They are so like for your sport fan out there, they will call you a nerd, but you just call your sports card fan a nerd because they are, and it'll be great. But no, they're the crossover ones that I got were like Disney and Star Wars and Disney and Marvel, and then one that's just like going to be straight up Goofy movie tribute, and it is. I'm so psyched. They look amazing. So yeah, if you guys like cool shirts, they're expensive though. I will say, like, I don't think I've ever paid.
They're all over print.
Yeah,
hand
front and
cut
back.
and sewed. So I think they like they print one side of the shirt and then they have to sew it together.
Oh, is that how they do it?
I think so.
Can I ask, like, how do you wash that? Is it
You
just
just wash
cold?
it. Wash it cold.
Yeah. And then but
I've never had
it.
yeah.
You put it in the dryer?
Yeah, I put it in the dryer.
Oh man. Okay. I just don't want it to fade and wear out too fast.
It's true.
Either, so, guys, back from the National, we're gonna do national talk. We've got a lot to talk about. We are going to do, I don't know, like 20 other things as well.
We got a lot to talk about. This is going to be a jam-packed episode, so you better hold on to your butts.
Buckle up, baby. Buckle your butts up.
Does your butt have a buckle?
It could. We're going to see about that. Let's go ahead and get into national talk. You were not there, and that will be the last time you're not there because you will come
Listen,
in the future.
Listen, I'm holding it down.
Keeping it
for
real.
A lot of the people that are in the hobby that are just like me.
Yes.
We have a full-time job. We're taking care. We have other things going
responsibilities.
on. We have responsibilities. I don't do this card thing full-time.
Yeah.
So, and then I just took a vacation. So the times just didn't line up. They didn't line up. And yeah.
That means that's a good thing in the sense that you can now be very curious. You can ask a lot of very pointed questions because you want to know. You were not there.
The FOMO was at an all-time high.
Was it really?
An all-time high.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
I was FOMOing at the mouth. You see what I did there?
I like that. Yeah. Well, you tell me. Where would you like to start?
Oh, man. Well, so you got in. What time did you?
I got Wednesday.
You got in Wednesday, so that was day one of the National.
So a week ago today, I landed. I started about 1 p.m. That was like technically they didn't open till 2 p.m. to the public. You could get in earlier if you were like setting up and stuff like that. But yeah, 1 p.m. is when I got in.
Stayed at the presidential suite at the Roost Chris?
At the Roost Chris, yeah. I stayed at the restaurant.
No, at the Ritz-Carlton. That's what I meant to say.
I stayed at the Hyatt, which is if I can get in there again every single year, I'll do everything in my power to do it because there's like a walkway to get over to it. There's a couple hotels that have walkways to the center, but that one, it was great. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I did look into going last minute, and the only hotel that I was able to even book a room was like 20 minutes, and it was like it was like a resort and spa.
Yeah,
it was like at a golf course, and like the room was like $800 a month, and I was like, oh.
For people that are set up at the show, you really want to try and be as close as possible within like 5-10 minutes if you can be. If you are not set up at the show, then yeah, 20 minutes is fine. 20-30 minutes, not a big deal. But since like I was there early and there late just about every day, because it's like, well, you're doing content, you're doing stuff for sponsors, or you're just doing buying and selling and all that kind of thing, you are going to be busy and you would rather not be stuck in traffic trying to get in because
for sure,
just driving in, period. Like you don't want to.
Dude,
drive
I kept
your own
seeing
car.
all those lines. There was like legitimately, and the lines were like a mile long.
Oh, I think
to get in.
I think it was. I think someone said it was a quarter mile on the first day, which is like that's not an exaggeration. That's like how long a quarter mile is. Not crazy long.
It's not very
but
long.
for a line of people,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty darn long, and that's with there being multiple avenues to get into the building. That's not the only one.
So quarter miles going in several directions.
Yeah. So going into the show, it was very similar in past years as far as like the setups, except when you got up to the upstairs area. The upstairs area is where they expanded out how many booths were up there. When you're looking for non-sport at the show, this is my thing for next year. I will get there on Tuesday so that I can especially because I'm sure SCN will have a booth again, so we can get in there and just see like who can I already do deals with,
like the vendors pre-opening.
Yeah,
let's go ahead.
And if I can't
deals.
Tuesday, I'll be there on Wednesday morning. Get in there before everybody because I know for a fact there were deals that I lost because I was there Wednesday at 1, which technically is still before it technically opens, but it was still before a lot of other vendors. But it was also, I didn't get to walk the floor until Saturday afternoon. I was at the booth the whole time. Or like I was either selling at the booth or I was doing content.
Did you bring cards with you to sell?
I did, yeah. I brought like, I don't know. I had 1.5 actual, what are those things called? It's
Zion case?
No, not the case, but the thing on the table that displays. I had like 1.5 display.
Okay.
1.5?
Or
yeah. 1.5 of another one. Just filled.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because I mean the other half of the one was filled with Shep, our LCS owner. He had had a guy bring, or some, I don't know if it was a guy or some kids just handed me some boxes. He's like, here, this is from Shep. But he brought me this Donruss Twister box. So,
nice.
He was like, here, nobody, and this was a thing. Nobody had ever seen Donruss Twister, let alone myself. I've never seen a box of it, though I have the Helen Hunt card, and it's got the auto of her.
I remember seeing it in Shep's case.
Exactly. That was the one he sent over because it's just like, well, nobody even knows it exists. Yeah. So he's like, put it out there, see if anybody wants to buy it. That, and then he has like these O-Pee-Chee Mario Nintendo boxes.
Yes.
The Series
1. I was
1
just going to say he has some of those the Mario boxes.
So he sent both of those 3. And
those
I
are kind of expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like $3,000, $5,000 about. Like he said, I could work with them, I think, a little bit, but yeah, that's what the asking was on it. But there was several people who stopped and looked at him, and they were very taken in because the people who know, they know like the El-Pee-Chee stuff's super rare. That's why the price is so expensive on it. And then and they don't have like any markings on there. It's not like, a lot of those old junk wax boxes have like the big black X on it or something, and it doesn't have that. But anyways, those were out. So there was tons of singles at the booth and those cards, so I couldn't just like walk away and just leave it there. And so I was pretty much stuck there, and that's where I didn't get the opportunity to go walk the floor to find those deals, because I will maintain this for you non-sport collector out there, okay?
I would have been. I would have been gone.
Oh,
I would have been like, I'll see you in a little bit, Jesse.
Exactly. And it's like, I'll see you on Sunday. So for you non-sport collector out there, listen to this. The National is a great show for you because there are so many sports collectors out there who have non-sport cards because they got them in a trade, or they just had, somebody brought them into their shop or whatever. They don't know much about them, and there are deals to be had.
Diamonds in the rough.
I will tell you this, on Thursday, I want to say, or Thursday or Friday. So it wasn't even like the first day. D. Purdy, who's a guy who gets in on breaks and stuff, he came and introduced himself. He said, hey, we got to talk. I found out later that he had gone to a table, just a random sports table, and was looking through, and he saw one Disney card. But that Disney card just so happened to be a Disney 100 card, Topps Disney 100 card. It was like one of these dual autographs, the facsimile autos, and it was numbered, I think, maybe out of 75 or 50 or something like that. I can't remember. But he bought it for $500 and sold it right after for like $3,000 to somebody else,
non-sports collector.
Yeah, exactly. To someone who actually wanted the card.
Do you remember the dual autograph?
Yeah, I can't remember. But the point, I mean, the value was there. In fact, I would be willing to bet he probably could have gotten more if he went to somebody else.
I mean,
but,
yeah, it's arrayism.
Yes.
That's something I would have done, right?
But that's what I mean. Like, people don't know, and that's why I think it's a great show for those non-sport. Like, if the show got flooded with non-sport collectors, there's not enough out there, right? But there's a few.
It's called a Collecticon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's why we really do need to go to that Collecticon in September. But that is where it's like a few of the non-sport collectors, and when I say a few, there's probably still 50, 100 or so that are like really into it that went to that show. They go around and they find stuff. I found somebody brought, and this is one of the bonuses of having a table, is people will bring stuff up to you, which is nice because they see like, oh, you're a non-sport guy. This is what I've got. That is key because there's only, a few hundred vendors at the show, but there's thousands and thousands of people with their Zion cases walking through. They're not going to just stop you if you're just like some guy at the show, but they will stop you if you are a vendor at the show. So that is one of those benefits where having your setup, they can just come to you and say, hey, I'm mainly a sports guy, but I do have like one or two non-sport cards. Would you be interested?
You take a look at them?
Exactly. So one guy, I did end up buying it was a Marlin from Disney 100 out of 28.
Marlin,
or it was Nemo or
Nemo.
Marlin.
Okay.
It was from Finding Nemo.
Yes.
But I think I got it for like $350, and I sold it for $800, like the same day.
That's awesome.
But I mean, granted, that one was a little tougher because Funkel knew a guy who was like needing that card because he's trying to do the out of 28 set. But that just worked out because Funkel was there and he knew somebody. But then there's one that I ended up getting. It was a PSA 9. It was the Lightning McQueen black out of 10, and I think I paid somewhere around like $13.50, I want to say, for it, which was great. I had not done any comps that I could find, like nothing like relevant to that card because it's out of 10, right? There's not a ton of them out there that sell.
Someone said there's only 10 of them.
Some would say, I don't. That's probably wrong. But Funkel he was like, I think that's like a $3,000 card. And then we talked to another Disney guy. He's like, yeah, somewhere around $3,000-$4,000.
And you bought it for 15?
I bought it for like 13.
13.
So it's like,
that's great.
I haven't sold that one, but it's like, I've got it. And I at least knew, I got a good deal. On trade night on Friday, Friday night, we did trade night. And this room is jam-packed.
Everyone on the floor with their two cards in front of them.
There's that, and then there's tables. And so I'm just like, you know what? I was exhausted. I was tired. But I was like, where else am I going to have an opportunity where I'm not just working my booth and I can actually just go and see if I can find anything? So I went around and I got up and I went around to all these people on the floor and people at tables. And within the first 2 minutes, I found a guy who sold me a PSA 10 Sapphire Pinocchio. It was just it's one of the base cards, but I mean for Sapphire it's still good, and I got it for like $90, and I don't know if I sold that one or not, but it's like $150 card at least. So that was great. Then I went around and I found a bell from Disney 100. I found a bell out of $299, the purple bell. It was a PSA 10. I got the guy, he sold it to me for $950. I just had it out in my display case on Saturday, and someone came and bought it for $1,400.
Oh, come on.
So it's just like, okay, yeah, like there are opportunities. But then again, I went to almost every single table in that room, and those were the only two cards that I found that were Disney 100.
For trade night.
Yeah, for that trade night. Now, there's people that had some other Disney, like either Pixar Gold, or they would have 25 or 26 Chrome, and those were good. I'm mainly focusing on 23, 24 at this moment. So that's why, like, if that was your wheelhouse, that was pretty slim pickings. But
what year was first year Sapphire?
24.
24.
Yeah. So that's why that's also very hot.
Gotcha.
Now, that was Disney. The Logan Paul GaryVee thing, that was Thursday afternoon. That was a lot of fun.
How long was that?
So it was supposed to go, I believe, from like noon to 12:45 is what I was told. Now, about like 35 minutes in, Gary looks over at me. He's like, listen, I got to get going like in just the next few. This thing was supposed to be 15 minutes. And I'm just like, he's kind of razzing me, giving me a little hard time. He was a good sport. But I was like, wait, 15 minutes? I was told 45 minutes. Yeah. But anyways, but we got the full 45 up there, and there's going to be a full video. Quick.
That had a flow.
So I will tell you, if you think you can just go up there and do that, which I'm sure a lot of people don't think that, but I'm sure there's some that do, just be prepared with your questions. I'm so glad I was, because in the moment, this is also something I found out about myself.
You have to come back to the question.
You have to, and it needs to be progressing the conversation.
Yes.
As the moderator, you want this conversation to continue. You don't want to just jump around. Now, it's not the worst thing if like, oh, yeah, you brought that up. Let me ask you something about this. And that's okay, but you really want to like have a good opening question that ties the two of them together. You want questions just for one and questions just for the other.
Put a nice little bow on the end.
Exactly, something at the end, and that it takes some planning. And so I'm very grateful that I did do that, because there's been interviews where I haven't always done that, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And for that, I was just like, I want to have a little bit of a plan without being too stuck to anything. Yeah, exactly, because I also want some flexibility. So that said, they are also very professional. And what I found out about myself at this show was
still a little self-reflecting.
Yeah, okay. I found out that
you're not as good looking as you think you are.
No, that I have yet to find out. I'm hoping I never do, and I won't, because I am very handsome. What I found out is I have done this now long enough to where I don't get as nervous. I can't say there's no nerves.
Yeah,
but I was, even in the green room and up on stage, I felt like I was just having a conversation with you.
Exactly.
It felt
These are just people.
But for a long time, especially when they're the bigger the name, it has been more difficult for me to really be able to focus on that. But
what's been the most nervous you have ever been talking or interviewing with somebody that you can remember, and you're like, wow, I need to settle down,
like in person or
whatever.
Just ever.
Yeah.
I mean, like there have been times where in earlier days, like we had, some big sports guys on SCN and stuff, and I'd be like a little bit nervous there. It's the athletes that I'm the least nervous with. Like when we met Tom Brady in person, and we did like a little thing at the last national, that I actually was not very nervous whatsoever.
Because you don't care.
Well, I care, but I don't care. Like I don't have like the deep-seated investment.
Yeah.
But when it's like an actor or something, I typically do get a little bit more nervous. So there's like, I'm trying to think who it was that did movies or TV or something that we did interviews with that I was like pretty nervous with. Oh, like Dusty Slay. He's the comedian who's got a few Netflix specials. I remember being very nervous with him, but it's just because
you respect the craft. Yes.
Yes. And that does not mean I disrespect the sports players. It's just that I resonate more with those guys. And so it's like, oh, this is in my wheelhouse. I want to do a respectful job to where I would have really, really appreciate it if I was watching. So anyways.
So if Ryan Reynolds were to walk in.
Dude, that would have been my most nervous one.
Yeah. So we actually have Ryan Reynolds coming in. Ryan,
you old Canadian so-and-so, get in here.
Come on.
Oh, dude, I loved what you did with the John Candy documentary. It was so good. Oh, he's not here? I'm getting word now he's not coming in.
He's not coming in.
Okay, never mind.
His brother Brian
Brian Reynolds, come on in. No, when I noticed this, I was like, it suddenly gave me a lot more flexibility while I was up there in that moment. So I was able to do a little more riffing and ask questions, and there will be a full video of that talk.
Yeah,
whatever, the interview. We'll be posting that up on YouTube very shortly. I just got in contact with the national people. They're going to be sending that over. We'll do some clips as well. Let me just give you a little behind the scenes though. And everybody loves a BTS. So
I love that.
So first off, what are you doing on your phone this whole time?
Bro,
is there an emergency?
There's always an emergency. I can talk and text with you all the time.
It's hard for me to know that you're paying attention, and that's on me, I guess. But we went in the green room before this interview. I am the only one in the green room at this time, and I'm in full Buzz Lightyear
outfit.
And it's an embarrassing thing. Like, it's like, I mean, I'm okay with being embarrassed. It's fine. Like, in fact, I think it's pretty funny a lot of times. I do it for you. I do it for the people because they
gimmick.
enjoy it. Yeah, it's a gimmicky thing, but people love it. They think it's hilarious. They think it's stupid, whatever. But it gets eyes and it's enjoyed by a lot of people. And it is kind of cool when the kids are just like, it's Buzz. Like, you know, that happens almost every time. So I do enjoy that. Now, that said, I'm sitting in this small green room, smaller than this studio that we're recording in, and I'm on this sofa, and all of a sudden Logan Paul walks in, and I'm just like, hey, Logan, what's up? And he, like, I kid you not, like, literally freezes when he sees me, and he's just like, hey, what's up? And it wasn't like that, hey man, good to see you. Like, it was like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, my name's Jesse, I'm the moderator for this panel that we're about to be doing. Okay. I'm getting okays over here. Like, that's what, and I'm just like, uh-oh, like something's wrong.
And not a great feeling.
And I'm like, well, you know, it's a TCG thing. You're a big Pokemon guy. I really like a lot of non-sport cards, and there's Lorcana as well, which is Disney TCG. And I thought it'd be pretty funny if I'm wearing this outfit with interviewing you two. And he's like, okay, yeah, I respect it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then Gary comes in, and then it's like chit chat, and they're like, oh yeah, hey Gary, what's up? And then they're doing more of that. And so I'm just like, okay, well, it was weird. I was wearing this out. I'm a grown man in this outfit, and he wasn't expecting that. And I'm going to go ahead and just assume that's what it was, because once we were on stage, it felt very natural, very fine. And then afterward, it felt fine. Like, it was like, I asked for a selfie, and we did like a little picture behind in the green room too before that. And everything was fine. He was very pleasant and kind the whole time, but there was definitely a little moment of awkwardness. And it wasn't until the night maybe the morning after, because I had posted a picture.
The morning after
the interview, I got a text from a buddy who's not a card guy or anything, but he follows on social, and he saw, you know, oh, you did that thing with Logan Paul, and your address is that. He's like, remember the thing that like Logan Paul kind of got like, you know, caught up with years ago in Japan and stuff? I was like, yeah. Like, what? I mean, I didn't talk about it. I wasn't going to bring it up or anything. He's like, yeah. Did you wear the Buzz Lightyear outfit on purpose because of that? And I'm like, huh? He's like, well, just because like in that video, he was wearing like a Toy Story hat. Like, it was an alien from Toy Story on his hat. And I didn't know if like you were doing like a call out to that. And I was like, I definitely wasn't, but now I'm wondering if that's what he was thinking I was doing.
Do you think that's what it was?
Well, it was either that or the fact that you got like this overweight grown man wearing this at, you know, as the moderator. It could be either of those, but it did make me start to think like, huh, I wonder.
Dang, dude, that sucks.
It does kind of, but you know, like I said, the interview went well. I threw to like his company several times, and you know what? I'm sure like he got it after a minute, because it's like, you're not just going to avoid the whole IP of Toy Story for the rest of your life, especially you're at a card show, you know, like there's going to be a bunch of nerdy people in different ways. So yeah, I'm still not concerned about it, but it did help me to like kind of answer, like, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Maybe it doesn't, but it did pop into my head.
I bet it did.
And I got, I got his like guy, his agent's info. So.
I think after maybe like talking to you, he was probably like, oh, this guy doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know. Yeah, you know. And so, anyways, I hope if he's listening to this, which he won't be, but if he was, I would just let him know. Had no ill will, no disrespect whatsoever. And I think what he's doing for the community is actually a good thing. You know, I think there's a lot of people who would say, oh, well, if you go back and look at the Facebook group where I posted like, hey, you know, questions for it. I think I mentioned already that didn't go over well. There was a lot of negative stuff in there, but there's also like a lot of things of, yeah, maybe you're not his biggest fan for whatever reason, but you can't deny that there's probably more people that know about it or are getting into Pokemon because of what he has done. So
can you give us like a little, because none of us have seen any of the questions, you know, like, I know Gary posted a couple clips, but we no real like.
From the interview?
Yeah, from the interview.
Oh, really? I didn't even. Yeah. Was I in it?
No.
Oh, it was just him talking.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So It was a lot of
what
questions.
kind of questions did you ask?
Well, one of the questions was, is WWE a sport or non-sport? I was like, can you, as a professional, I've asked a lot of people, I've never asked a professional wrestler this, is WWE sport or non-sport? And he said it's 50-50. He said it's right down the line because he's like, there's a lot of theater involved and like entertainment and stuff like that. But he's also like, I have a torn tricep right now or whatever it is because a 285-pound guy like landed on me. There's a lot of physical activity. It takes like a lot of strength training and working out and training and all this stuff. So I can respect that. And that was interesting. There's actually one of our guys, Patrick, he wrote up a SI article about it. And there's a few pictures. So he kind of summarizes a few of the stuff in there.
Of the interview
itself.
Great.
Yeah. So he got some of that content. And we talked about, what are you collecting outside of either Pokemon or like V-Friends cards for both of them?
What did they say?
There was actually, it was interesting that Logan, he played a lot of sports, but he's not like a big sports guy. Like he doesn't like watch a ton or anything, but he said he's getting into a lot of sports memorabilia items, patches, autos, baseball bats, that kind of thing. And which I thought was kind of interesting. And I kind of wondered like if that was maybe more of an answer for the audience. I wasn't really sure. It may very well be something he's into.
Because he didn't want to,
But he's also, obviously, like, if you watch any of his YouTube videos, he's collecting a ton of other, TCG stuff and, nerdy things. He's got, like, dinosaur fossils and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's really cool. So we just kind of went into collectibles in general as well. We really, even though it was a TCG panel, we didn't go too hard into it because we had a lot of questions about different things. And we talked about the importance of like the origins of IP when it comes to your TCG. And that was kind of more geared for Gary because it's like Gary's building something that is maybe more focused on the collectible side itself, as opposed to the fact that, Pokemon's big because it had movies and video games and TV shows, and it was the TCG first before it was the collectible TCG. You know what I mean? So, I think they all did well with answering a lot of those things. There was more questions. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but all in all, it was a lot of fun. I got the Logan's agent's info to see if we can get him on. I realized, actually, I told you I texted him. I put together a text. I never actually hit send, and I am just now realizing I still haven't. So I have not texted him yet. But I plan to see if he was. I just want to see if he would come on the show.
Yeah, like, so fun. He was there. His agent was there when you were.
Yeah, like he was at least there backstage afterward. I don't remember seeing him beforehand, but
I wonder if he would have saw you before and saw you in the Buzz Lightyear outfit. He probably would have been like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, I didn't ask him. Oh, I did get pictures of them eating hot dogs though. Logan and his guys were eating hot dogs.
He ate one of your hot dogs?
Not one of mine though. But it was he was eating hot dogs. I just thought that was kind of funny. After the interview was over, they're eating hot dogs. So so that was fun. It was a really cool experience. And what happened almost immediately afterward is I'm like headed to walk to my booth, getting a lot of people stopping, asking for pictures, yada yada, and it. Don't get me wrong, I'm flattered, and it's very cool, and I try not to get a big head about it. But at this time, Bart, the robot, is walking up through here.
That video is so fantastic.
Dude, right? Like, I'm really happy with how their editing team, like, put it together. I will say what you're not seeing, again, another BTS for you. I tried to make peace with that robot. I was, like, trying to shake its hand, trying to be friendly. I did not start it. He pushed me. He threw a roundhouse kick way before I ever did anything. But this robot, if you are thinking like, oh, robots are just gimmicky, they're silly, it's not like the movies, you're wrong, okay? That thing is strong. Like, I was bleeding on my hand. Yeah, like there's a picture where it's like there was actually like a drop of blood on my knuckle because I had like picked it up at one point. It's in the video where I've got it picked up, and it's flailing all around, and it's like that thing was the weight of a child that was that size, like there's a lot of metal and moving parts and all this stuff, and that thing is hardcore because I ended up knocking it over at one point. Logan basically just roundhouse kicked it into oblivion, and then he got pushed over a couple other times during the show. And every
built
time
for tough,
it just
man.
gets right back up. Like it's really impressive. And I found out like the guys who did it, kudos to them because they did not buy it. They rented it. They rented that robot. Any guess on like what they charged to rent it?
I mean, because Bart's he was like he's like everywhere.
He was at the Fanatics Fest.
Yeah, he was at the, like when like the Knicks won the championship, he was like at the World Cup.
Oh, he was there too?
Like he's like a famous robot. He's like
oh, really?
everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know like Bart was like everywhere.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
like
he was like
thing.
kind of at some card shows recently.
No, he's like he's all over. He's all over social.
That maybe makes more sense for the price tag because it was for the entirety of the National, or at least for a few days of the National, it was $15,000 just to rent him, like to have him go around at the show.
I mean, I bet.
But I get that more. But I was also just thinking like, oh, I want to buy one, and they said, well, it's $15,000 to get him here, and I was just like, oh, $15,000? Oh man, yeah, I'd buy one for $15,000. No, $15,000 to rent him to.
What does it cost?
This.
Well, like, what does a robot cost?
I don't know. I will be finding out, but I don't know yet.
Are we fixing to get into the robot business?
I mean, are we flipping robots right now, bro?
Hey, I'm just saying. If anybody want to rent a robot for a birthday party, the guys.
We're living in the future right now, so
you can entertain your kids.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that whole video went. It was pretty popular. A lot of guys. That was probably one of the things people came up and asked me about the most. Was not like the Logan Paul thing. It was I saw Buzz beat up a robot thing, and it was funny for a lot of people, which I agree. It is funny, but it's like, I didn't do it. He started it. Let's see. What else was there? The sheer amount of people that came up, not just because I was like at the SCN booth, because I mean, we were at the SCN booth, but I had like the new Hobby Nonsense logo tablecloth on there, which you guys will be seeing very shortly. And there was a lot of guys coming up because they listened to Hobby Nonsense, which was fantastic. Because throughout the history of me going to these shows, they come up because of SCN. Now, granted, there was also a lot of SCN guys who came up, but there was a very large amount of people that came up for Hobby Nonsense, and there was a lot of really, really kind compliments that I don't necessarily want to say here because some of those compliments were like not putting down SCN by any means, but it was just like it was. How do you say like they liked it better? That's what it was. I mean, that's essentially what it was. I'll just say that because that's okay because
they prefer this podcast over the other.
Yes, and that doesn't mean that we're better than or anything like that. I'm not saying that because I don't want to start any turf wars, especially with me being involved with both of them.
You're downing yourself.
But all I'm saying is it's really nice to see that people appreciate what you and I have going here too. So that was really cool. If you were there, you would have also experienced the love, and you will next time.
Should have taken a cardboard cutout of me.
Yes, I should have.
Come on.
I can only imagine the depravity.
Funkle was there, and
Funkle was there,
and BJ. Shout out to BJ.
BJ Kroger was there, and they both were huge.
Did you give him a kiss like I told you to?
You did? You told me to give him kisses? Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't give him any kisses. I feel bad.
BJ,
man,
my apologies.
Well, so in lieu of kisses, there was hot dogs galore. That sounds weird. But on Friday.
Wieners all over the place.
We did do the Glizzy lunch, and we gave those away to everybody who wanted one. There were so many of them. 300 hot dogs is a lot of hot dogs.
That is a lot,
especially when Costco does not put them together for you. So you got to like put them into the bun and then put them.
Why didn't they put them together for you?
I don't know. I don't know if
they're like, you know what? We're gonna cook them. Y'all got to put them together. We can't have 300 hot.
Well, apparently, like BJ picked them up, and like I feel bad because I think his van smells like hot dogs because like some of the juice spilled in there,
juice
is
deep embedded in that carpet right now.
Here's the thing: I never even got a hot dog. I was so busy with it, and then immediately afterward was like the Mahan Rubin interview that it, like never got a chance. And by the time I got done, they were all done.
They were all gone.
Yeah, they had given them all out.
All 300 hot dogs.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: I don't think like we got all the buns in with them, so it's like I don't know what they ended up doing. Honestly, I never even really asked because I was just like,
"What do you mean you get all the buns?"
Well, they brought a pallet of stuff out of Costco, like bottles of water, trays of hot dogs and bags of buns.
Okay.
And what fit into the little, I guess it's just like a wagon,
Like a pallet. Okay, the
wagon to bring into the National was enough, of hot dogs and buns. I don't even know where the water went. I'm hoping BJ was able to like drink it or give it to somebody or take it home or something. But
did we have ketchup and mustard, a little relish?
No,
we're eating just these.
Just plain. They were fine. They were
hot
great.
dogs.
They were hot. Oh man, it was great. You didn't even eat anything. But the whole deal with that was I had told this on SCN, so I'm not gonna go into all the detail. We got kicked out of the first area where we were at, giving them away.
Why?
Because then we didn't like run it by the National because we didn't think we needed to because it was a free thing. We weren't selling, and
what was the excuse that they give?
Well, they said because it's a food product and it's not like being
sanitary?
actively heated. And my argument would have been, I didn't argue with them when they said, you're not allowed to do it. We just went back to our booth and we gave lunch to our crew, and anybody who wanted leftovers from our lunch that was walking by just was able to have some as well, and that's how we worked that. But it's a hot dog. You can eat a hot dog raw. Like it doesn't have to be cooked. It's better cooked, obviously, but it's fine as is. So my argument was like, well, it doesn't have to be heated. But I'm not arguing with anybody. The decision was what it was, and we respected that, so we left. And yeah, throughout the show, though, it was like we were the hot dog guys as well, because a lot of guys just came by, and random people who never heard of us came by.
It's like, hey, I heard you giving hot dogs out.
Exactly, and we gave them like the hobby nonsense hot dog stickers as well.
Oh, that's
and
good.
A lot of people loved it and thought it was great and funny, and it was a big hit. So that was really cool. As far as the cards go that weren't just Disney 100, because everybody, I mean, first off, let me say this: if you think Disney 100 is like, oh, it's dead, it's already high.
Who's thinking
it's not
that?
going any higher. Well, I think there's some people who think like, oh, it's already high and it's going to crash.
It's going to continue to go higher.
It's not going to crash.
That is like you said, it's the first edition Pokemon that's exactly what it is.
It is, and I don't. Now, could I see maybe like it flattening out some? I kind of hope it does, honestly.
Because that's what means it's healthy.
Because if it just keeps going up and up and up and up, that's inevitably will crash. So I am I'm a firm believer though that there is a market for that, because what I found was I started getting one or two flippers coming by who wanted to buy it at like they wanted it for less than last comps. And that's like that was one of these weird things where I'm selling cards above last comps and people are buying them above last comps. They're looking at comps and then they're looking at the cards and
they're like, okay,
yep, I'll buy it. Yep, that's fine. Oh, I don't need a discount. Like, well, I don't think anybody actually said that, but they didn't need a discount. And so there were some where I'm like, yeah, you want to buy multiple? I'll give you $5 off. You know, that's fine. But I wasn't discounting it like crazy amounts because you didn't have to, because there weren't that many people who had it, and there was a lot of people that wanted it. And but then you'd start getting the flippers in, and that's where I'm like, listen, you start getting flippers in, that's when you know you're still at the beginning. If they're just now starting to come around, because inevitably you'll have more and more flippers coming through, and they will try and jack up the price, and they'll talk it up even more, and they'll try and pump it so that they can dump theirs. And it's like, okay, well, we're not at that point yet. We are getting there. They're starting to come in, but there's not tons of them that like there were with all the other sports stables. Like there's tons of flippers in the sports game, and they want their deals at like 80, 90, or 85, 80%. They want to buy from you at that, and they want to sell it to you at 100 or 95 if they can. And that just wasn't where we were with the whole Disney card situation. So that was kind of interesting to see. Side note, the PSA vault had a full PSA 10 out of 399. So the pink Disney 100 cards, a full set of those sell last night on eBay.
PSA did.
PSA's account. Yeah, okay. PSA's account on eBay sold all 100 characters in PSA 10s for the pink refractor. And Funkel got the numbers, put them into a spreadsheet, got the total. So if anybody wants to know, hey, what's a pink set going for? Now we have some data to go off of. So it wasn't a set that sold complete. It was like just you could auction. They were selling them off individually. I'm gonna guess.
So it wasn't a complete.
It was a set, but you weren't buying a set.
The whole set. You were buying individuals.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Oh man. Okay.
So so based on those numbers, I'm gonna guess like a set, because a set would probably go. You think like a discount, or would it go for more? Actually, I started thinking a discount.
I would think a discount, because some of the because if it was an auction, I don't know. That's a great question.
Usually they say like sell it off piece by piece,
because you'll make more. But in this case, you're getting all of them one kid and caboodle.
Yeah,
but then you're neglecting the people that just need that one card to complete their set.
Exactly.
Of the pink.
I could see an argument both ways, but either way, the total came out to be a little over $121,000 for PSA 10s out of 399s.
120.
121,000. I believe the Mickey
121
did over 12,000. I want to say
that was the highest.
I believe so. Actually, I'll just double check while we're talking, just to see. But that's some big numbers and that's an out of 399 insert. You know, so there's other people trying to do those
I feel
sets.
like
Pink is a very popular
gains
parallel
a little bit of
that.
a premium because it looks fantastic.
But then there's purple out of $299 next, and so people are starting to look at some of those as well, which was the bell that I ended up selling at the show. So that set being what it was, sold at that price. I was selling pinks for very good prices at the show. What I did notice was Disney 100 boxes. So on Saturday, when I finally did get to walk around the show, I was looking for all Disney that I could find, right? Like Disney 100 or just any Disney, really, any non-sport, honestly. It was very few and far between. I'll tell you who I did get to meet was Banana Mex, who Banana is a guy
Dude,
who
he
gets
gives
into
you so
breaks.
much crap. Shout out to Banana.
He's awesome, though. He's an awesome kid. Like it's all true. Like there was a time where I didn't believe him, where he was like, I'm not even 21 yet. And I was like, no, that's not true. You're trolling me. Like you're an adult. He's a 20-year-old kid. He's got multiple jobs. He works hard. He's with his dad. All the stuff about his grandpa being a collector is true. It's like all these things he's saying is
the banana myths are legitimate.
Yeah, it's all true. And he's like a really nice guy, and he's not a troll. He's like just a nice kid. And he's selling. He actually did really well, I think, selling Disney cards. He sold Disney and Marvel, just a bunch of non-sport.
All the stuff that he bought from your breaks.
Yeah, well, from me and across other breakers and stuff like that. And he, I think he ended up buying a 1-of-1 from Nick Bell, who's like the CEO of Fanatics Live. He did well for himself. He was in the main floor too, so I'm sure he did. He walked away from that show doing very nicely. I actually bought some cards from him. Banana, I may have flipped some of those cards for more than I bought them from you. Not crazy amounts though, not crazy. But anyways, it was nice to meet him. And walking the show, what I found was it was very few. Most people were like, "No, I don't have any Disney." That's the standard answer. And I went out of my way.
What was that?
That's an old man. That's an old baseball man. That's how.
Tell me one more time.
No, man, I don't got any cards. I ain't got any Disney. That's how a lot of them.
They have a dip in their mouth. They scratch their belly when they're talking.
Well, their fingers in their belly button already, and then they're scratching at the same time. No, I went out of my way to go to all of the tables that had slabs, and they were older gentlemen, over 50 to 60, preferably at the youngest, and they were mainly all sports. If I saw sports there, those are the tables I wanted to go to, because those are the ones that are going to be like, oh yeah, I got like one Disney card. I got 2 Disney cards. Mm-hmm. And I found multiple people like that. I just didn't find many Disney 100s because they were either saying, I already got hit, like somebody already came by and got it, or no, I left it at home. They didn't think they needed it. I heard one table, and Funko can attest to this because he was with me, and he was just like, after I asked and started walking away, he was like, the guy was like, that's the 5th guy that asked me that today. And it's just like, there's a lot of people that are looking for it, and they probably are doing something similar to me, where you're hoping these guys don't know what they necessarily have.
So the demand was high, but the supply was low.
Demand high, supply low. And when I say high, it's like high in the sense of like, there's more than a few asking, and that's normally like, they just wouldn't ask, period. They may have been there, but they just weren't asking. Now they're asking for it.
I wonder, when we go to a show like, because we're planning on going to Collecticon.
Uh-huh.
And I wonder if that's going to be the same case or if it's going to be a little better.
Yeah.
Because it's historically a TCG show.
Yep.
But maybe there might be a little more non-sport Disney 100 stuff there.
I'm really hoping because
What would be like your okay? So at the National, your point of attack, you went there. You're like, I'm gonna try to find as much Disney 100 or Disney 2024 Sapphire as possible. That was your point of attack. Let me look at all the sports guys and hopefully find some non-sports Disney stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah, that was kind of my goal. That was like, I want to find as many deals as I can, and that's where I felt I was going to find them, was with the sports guys.
Did you see any tables that were dedicated to Disney, non-TCG, Disney 100, Sapphire, and what?
I wouldn't say there's any table that had only that.
Besides
besides me, but I only had like 2 trays out, 2 displays of cards out. But there were several tables that did have, well, actually, I guess Banana, but that's again like you're incorporating Marvel and Star Wars and stuff in there too. So it was a non-sport table there. But some of the guys, so Luke from he kind of looks like Luke Combs, but Luke from the UK. If you know anything about like the UK hobby, you know who Luke is. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, you know who Luke is. He's a cool guy. He seemed very nice, very pleasant, and he had a ton of Disney out. In fact, it was his booth area. It wasn't his card, but it was one of the guys he was with who the grandpa and son stole that like $15,000 Mahomes card. So if you didn't hear, it's on video. This grandpa stealing a card, handing it to the kid to put away while they're not looking, and going from there. Garbage person. The son, I don't blame the kid. He was just doing what the guy told him, but it's sad to see. Nonetheless, dastardly. Yes, key. That aside though, he had several very, very high-end displays of Disney 100 and Sapphire Disney. So did his name is he's from Germany, Dennis, from Germany. He's a big Disney collector. He had 1 or 2 displays of very high-end Disney.
Did you look? Were you?
Oh yeah, I looked. I went through. Oh, I was tempted.
Were you like,
Well, in fact, there's a
like
video.
What were some like high-end?
So there's a video going right now where a guy's going up to Luke at his table, because they're in the international section, which is like in the same part of the building where we were at. But these guys came up and they were like, "Hey, I want this Sapphire Mickey and Minnie," and they were trying to get a deal done, and they trade a LeBron for those 2 cards.
I think I kind of saw the video.
Yeah, I mean, like this morning when I saw it, like, and I think it just got posted today. It had already like 1,100 likes or something like that. And but it was like, all right, we'll do a deal and we'll do a coin flip based on like how much cash goes with it, because I think the total on the cards was something around $8,000. It was like $2,000 for the Mini and like $8,500 or $6,500 for the Mickey, and they were trying to get it done for like, it's a total of maybe 20 grand. So it was like cash plus those cards. And but they ended up doing the deal. So it's like cash, cards for the LeBron, and that's just going to show people are giving away LeBrons for Disney. And it was really cool to see. But him and Card Collector 2. Card Collector 2 is probably the only one from the States other than Banana that I keep saying Banana. I wish I knew, like, I don't even know if they had a business name. No, I don't. Well, no, his name's Xavier, but I don't know what his business name was. I'm sure they've got one, but yeah, I don't know. But anyways, Card Collector 2, they also had a bunch of sports. They had a whole booth, but they had like 2 or 3 displays that were all Disney. And we actually talked with some of the guys there for quite a bit. And they were buying a lot of Disney. They said they had already bought a lot. Again, that's one of those perks of people knowing that you're big into Disney, because people are bringing you Disney.
Yeah.
Next show, I'm going to talk it up so much that I'm buying Disney, because I bought more at that show than I've ever bought at the last 5 shows combined. I sold more at that show than the last 5 shows combined. The iconic Jungle Ranger, Buzz Lightyear Jungle Ranger, the one that I wanted to wear on my neck with Logan Paul. I didn't find it until Saturday, but when I finally found it, I bought it. It was the most expensive TCG card.
Where did you find? Like, what was
a
it?
Guy had it at a table. No, it was at a sports table. But a guy had it with his other stuff, and I got, I think, a really good deal on it because I believe that they've come down quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Because they were like 15 grand at one point.
Yeah.
Now, granted, then the more and more people knew about them. They started coming out. So there was more of them. And, yeah, price came down. The last one had sold for like maybe 4,200, and I think that was kind of an anomaly because like the last ones right before it were like 45. So I'm like, I think it'll go back up to 45 pretty easy, if not higher than that. That's my thinking. Is
it's an iconic. It's a 5K card.
Oh, minimum. Sure. That card will go back
so
up to
hard
10K
to pull
before too long.
They're like impossible to pull.
So I got it. He was asking 42. I got it for 37. So I was very happy about that. And
were you nervous about it?
I mean, 3,700 is the most I've ever spent on
any card.
I think literally on one single card. I don't think I've ever spent that much.
Look at you.
I know.
Come on.
I felt like a big boy.
Yeah.
I felt like a pat on the back was needed.
Come on.
Funko may have patted my back. I can't remember. It wasn't Disney 100.
Was he nervous? Did his eyes get real big?
Funko or
yeah?
No,
Funko.
He was actually. He's not a big Lorcana guy, but he was very happy for me because he's a very positive guy. But the card itself it looks awesome. I'm so glad I got it.
Did it look good?
It looks great. And the fact that I got it for less than the last comp already made me feel more confident in it anyway. Mm-hmm. And I really do think this is the dip that you want to be buying at. If I can be pro anything right now besides Disney 100 and 24 Sapphire, it's Lorcana.
Are you hyped on Lorcana? Like,
I am. There were so many Lorcana people there, and so many people asking, "Did you have any?" And so many people wanting to sell some. So it's like, and I ended up buying. Like I showed in the video of everything I bought at the show.
Could you tell us like what all Lorcana did you buy?
So the Lorcana that I bought there was an Elsa, a PSA 10 Elsa enchanted from Whispers in the Wind.
Whispers of the
Well. Yes.
PSA 10.
And I will say this, guys, I am still learning Lorcana. I'm no expert on it. Not that I'm expert on anything, but I am getting more and more knowledgeable on it. But yes, I got the PSA 10 of that Elsa.
Was it an iconic or an enchanted? Do you know?
It's an iconic, or no, enchanted. Enchanted. The only iconic I got was the Jungle Ranger.
So if people don't know, the rarities are iconic, enchanteds, and then epics.
Yes. So. Yeah, exactly. Now I did end up buying a few from Attack of the Vine, a few enchanteds. I got the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet Honey Mages.
Oh, dude,
card.
that's a great. Have you seen the prices recently? They've gone up.
Yeah,
I think the Honey Wizard card is crazy from Fabled, and I think it's going to partner with the Honey Wizard card, and it's only going up. I think it's going to be 10 G's easy in a PSA 10.
Well, I'm really hoping this one will do well grading wise because I got it. So I got that card. I got the from one guy. I got that card. I got the Heroic Climber Mike Wazowski enchanted, and
that's a new one.
I got the Scar from.
Is that an acetate Scar or is it an acetate card?
No. It kind of
just like has that weird little curve on the corner.
Yeah, it's just part of the artwork.
Okay.
So I got those three, and I think I paid. I want to say I paid like maybe $850 or something for those three, which is overall, I think I did really well.
Together
all together. Yeah. Because I mean, like market price on those is a little over $1,000 right now. So I felt good. Like it was like, it's not like the craziest deal, but it was better than like what if
Are you going to go get them graded? Are you going to put them in a binder?
I would love to.
What's your plan?
Of course, like, with PSA doing what PSA is doing right now, it's like, I can't really grade them, but
it's getting worse.
Eventually
what are we doing?
Hopefully. There was another card I ended up getting, which I believe was, let me see if I can find the name of it. It's not from Fabled. It was from Wilds Unknown.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find it, but it was like
the Buzz and Woody.
Yeah, the Buzz and Woody.
Enchanted.
But a guy came to my table and he was like, "Oh man, I really like this card." And I was like, "Well, honestly, I only bought that one because I hadn't found the iconic." So I found the iconic and I was like, "You want to buy it?" And he's a friend, like he's broken with me throughout the years and he's like listened to SCN for a long time.
Yeah.
I knew him. he hadn't had one and he wanted a card. And I was like, "I'll tell you what, I'll sell it to you what I bought it for, which was like $400." And I was like, maybe it was $380, but I'll sell it to you for like $400. Mm-hmm. So he buys it for $400, and then he starts. I could tell like he was like, well, and I started thinking, well, maybe it wasn't that much. And he looked up comps. He's like, oh, the last one sold for like less than that. And then I looked and I was like, well, actually I see comps over that. So I was like, well, you feel kind of bad. I can tell. I'll tell you what, either you can give it back or I'm just going to give you $20. It's like, so it's 380. So it's a little less. So I did that and he was fine. He wasn't asking for anything, but I was just like, I could tell he wasn't feeling as comfortable and I wanted him to feel comfortable. So, I gave him 380 and I get a text message the next day.
He gave you 380.
Or he gave me 380 and I gave him the card. And so, I get a text message the next day and there's like, and I told this on SCN, this is the problem I have when buying at these shows is there's so much going on and so quickly that I like to buy graded because I don't have the time to really inspect everything as well as I really should. And apparently there was like a little line down the side of it. Not a print line. Like it looked like it had been like a scratch line or something like that. And I was like, dang it, man. And he pointed it out to me.
A picture?
Yes. And I was like, dude, I feel really bad. I wasn't trying to like take advantage of you or anything like that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you another $200. Like here's $200. So you got the card for 180 altogether. And I'm going to be honest with you, Chris, you got a steal of a deal. I didn't even care that he got a steal of the deal, but then I found out he pulled a $15,000 card, from a thing that SCN was doing, and he got a 15 grand card from it. I'm like, dude, you suck. Not that he does suck, but I'm just giving him a hard time. Anyways, those were my Lorcana cards, and so I don't have that Buzz and Woody anymore, but I do have the rest of them, and I'm really happy about it. And I can tell you that if you're thinking about getting into that market, like I want you to care about it. Like I don't want to just say like get into it because it's hot, because that's what I think a lot of people are doing. If it's hot, get into it. If you're into Disney, like whether you're into Disney or not, get into Disney 100. I don't want to encourage that, but if you like Disney, if you like the characters, if you care about the IP, if you collect the cards at all, get into Lorcana, get into Disney 100. That's what I will say. And if anybody else listens and they're like, well, I'm not into those things, I'm going to get in anyways, I don't care. I'm not going to stop you. But I will just say, like, if I'm doing my part, I'm going to say, yeah, if you like it, get into it. Because I really do think we are only at the beginning stages with the Lorcana stuff. And we still have a long way to go with the Disney Chrome stuff.
Yeah. I wanted to speak a little bit about, him kind of, having second thoughts about the card after you purchase it. And he made a comment about, I don't like buying cards at a card show because I like to expect them, and I only buy.
I don't like to buy raw cards.
Raw cards, right? Because of everything that's going on.
If I can help it, yeah.
If I can help it, right? So, if you're at a card show and you're buying raw, or even if you're buying a graded card, and there's a lot going on, you have to take a breath. You have to take a breath.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're buying something that's super expensive.
Yep.
If super expensive may be different than another person. Maybe the $300 was super expensive for Chris. Maybe $20 is super expensive for somebody that might buy a card, right?
Sure.
You
absolutely.
have to take a breath. Don't feel obligated to buy a card that you don't feel comfortable about. Just because you say something, you're like, oh, I really want this card. And the person, because the person that's in the booth, their job is to sell the cards in their booth.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So they're going to try to do everything they can to get you to buy this card
100%
at a reasonable price that they can make money off of.
Yep.
So your job is to settle down, take a breath. You don't have to say yes. Go to the bathroom, take a lap. Let me take a lap. Let me think about it.
Actually,
right?
You know what's funny? There was another Lorcana card where someone did that exact thing. I can't remember which one it was now, but they brought a card to me, and it was very similar, I guess I should say. It was a graded card though, and they were going to sell it to. I said I would buy it for, I think like $1,050, and I think the last comp did like maybe $1,200 or $1,300 on it. And I told them, I was like, listen, I'm new to this, so I'm not like super comfortable with everything, and that. The character that was on there was not one that I personally was like, oh, I have to have it. Like if it was the eye to eye, Goofy movie card.
Yeah. Oh, that I would have been a good one to get.
Oh, I was looking for it.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. But no, I was like, I'd buy it. But it wasn't that. And so I was just like, so I'm trying to be as honest with him. And I told him this is what I would do. And I think he was like from France or maybe Spain. I can't remember. He had an accent.
France.
It was a thicker accent.
Conehead?
And Conehead? Oh, he wasn't a Conehead. But no, so he says yes. He agrees to the deal. And I was like, okay, cool. So how do you want to do it? Like, and I think I asked him, like, do you want to do, what I told him was we have to step away because technically it's a corporate booth and you're not allowed to buy and sell at corporate booths, we found. So to do that, we have to go to this other booth, which is like a few feet away. It's like,
whose booth is that?
It's also ours. We had to get to be able to buy and sell at. So we were like,
you can't sell hot dogs. You can sell cards.
Well, not at that area, but we could a few feet away. So we would go to the few feet away spot and we'd do the transaction. And I was like, all right, so he's coming over there and he's like, I could tell like he was not confident and he's looking at his phone. He's like, yeah, I see this comp and this. And I don't know. I see this one and this one, and because he agreed to something that he was not comfortable with. And
why are you agreeing to something without doing the research?
They feel pressure, and it's like I get it. I've done the same thing. I've been there myself, and they decided, you know what? No, I don't. Actually, let me do this. What he asked was, I want to go ask these guys over here, and if they don't want it, I'm going to come back. And of course, I never saw him again. And so
ask which guys.
I told him like there's some Disney I pointed him to the international guys, like the guys who were also had Disney at their tables. I was like, they could be, I don't know, but I mean, if you want to go,
what question was he going to ask them?
If they
is this a good deal?
No. If they wanted it at the price he was originally asking.
Oh.
And so maybe they bought it or
maybe
not.
They bought it, yeah.
But either way, you could tell like he was not actually wanting to do it. He was very hesitant. And so it's like,
so did he come up with the price? Was he like, I'm trying to sell it?
He came up with the price of like whatever it was, $1,400 or something like that.
And then you countered?
I would do it like, I think I said 1,050, maybe something around.
And then
there.
he said yes.
And he's like, I told him why. I was like, I'm just not comfortable. And you can see like, and I pointed out like the last few sales they've been going down. Like the last few and I wasn't lying to him whatsoever. I was showing him.
Usually you take an average of the last 3 or 4 sales.
And I told him like, look at this one. Now look at this one. Now look at this one. See how they like just have been over the last few weeks, just continually going down. The last sales, less than.
Was he picking like the most expensive outlier comp?
No, he was pricing it at like the price that the last one had sold at, but it was still like the last one it sold was the last one that had sold. The one after that, if it continued in that trajectory, would be even less than that. And that's what I told him. I was like, I'm basing this off of the fact that they're going down and I'm not super comfortable with the product yet. So this is my price. Said all of that. And that's when he said, he was hesitant, but he was like, okay, yeah. So that's when he said yes. But that's when you can tell when they do that. If you really want to make that sale, get your money out and do that exchange as fast as possible. If you want to take that yes for a real yes, because those are the guys who are like, they're going to start thinking about it. And then they're going to, before the card leaves their hand, they'll change their mind.
That's so weird how, and I don't know, like, in the Pokemon world, you buy at a percentage of whatever the recent comps are.
Yeah.
Was that the case with stuff like that there? Like,
well, with like everything but Disney 100,
because that's going up, but still like, it's still weird pricing something for the future.
Well,
but like if you're going to sticker it to the whatever that's the sticker price, right?
Yeah, sure.
But for pricing it for the future, like, I don't know. I feel like a little weird about that.
Well,
I mean, you can overprice it, of course.
But that's the thing. When people are buying it at that price, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go cheaper because that's what the last one did. No, you're gonna, if you'll put it at the price, and if they want it, they want it. And if they don't, they won't buy it. Mm-hmm. And so when people were buying it, it was like, well, that's just what it is. Cause everybody knows the last comp is simply that, the last comp. It's not what the card is going for next. And Funko was saying that for a while. So anyways.
Well, it always depends on what it is, right? What are the cards?
For sure. It definitely depends on what it is. But putting that all aside, the cards themselves, like people were also looking at like TCG Player for pricing.
TCG Player on raw cards for TCG cards.
Yeah, and they were like looking at that.
That's Lorcana.
And they were like, well, it's this, and I don't know if it's worth that because I can get it over here. And there would be like, well, the last sale, even there were sometimes where it's like the last sale was, I don't know, 500, and this is for a raw card, not a graded one.
Well, I do want to say a caveat to TCG Player that people don't know about a lot. When you look up a card for TCG Player, sometimes it automatically populates to a lower quality card.
Yes.
So you're looking like a lightly played or moderately played. If you filter it to where what a near mint card usually is, people usually don't know that. So they're looking at incorrect comps because the quality of the card is less than the card that you're looking at. So I just wanted to
I think that's a good shout out, because what I was seeing was, even when it was a raw card completely, there were people who were like, well, this is what the price is over on TCG Player. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, the last one sold on eBay for this price, and it's like there's people selling it on eBay for a different price. And this is where I'm seeing the disconnect between TCG and other card collectors. Is TCG Player, like, people will go to TCG Player and that's it. It's like, that's the price and that's what I'm going off of. And sometimes that's all they need to worry about. But there's other people in the card community that are now getting in, and they don't use TCG Player as frequently. They use Card Ladder to check prices, or they just go to eBay and check last sold. And if they are doing that, there are some times where those prices don't match up, and it can be a benefit or a negative for them, depending on which way they're going in the deal. So it's a interesting world when you're doing this, and you're doing it multiple times over, because you've got a deal that you're waiting on, and at the same time you're looking to the side and you're like, oh, there's a guy in line behind him, and then there's a guy to the side over here, and you're not sure if that guy wants to buy and sell, or they just want to say, hey, I enjoy the podcast, or whatever. So it's like, all right, so you're trying to do deals as best you can without being offensively, lowballing them, and you're also like, if you want the card, you want the card. So it's a weird thing for both buyer and seller, but I can see from the seller, if you're bringing cards to me and you're selling them, I can see where you could feel the pressure to make a decision that you might second guess moments later.
You can always say no. You can always say no.
I agree.
Yeah. And then, sometimes in your case, the price between TCG Player and eBay, most of the time they're going to be the same. But a lot of the times I think eBay will be a little more, because you're seeing the card that you're getting.
Yes. Yeah.
At TCG Player, you do not know what the card that you'll be receiving looks like.
Agreed. Which is kind of ridiculous.
Even though it is a near mint copy, there could still be something wrong with the card that it won't grade a 10, won't grade a 9, maybe grade a 7. TCG Player is exactly what it's for. It is for TCG players that are looking for a card to complete in their deck for TCG play. So the quality of the card should not matter, because it is going to be played with.
And it's interesting, because I think on TCG Player you can you can put pictures of the cards up,
but the
not
majority
everybody does. No. Yeah, so it is
because they use machines. They'll just
it's
list as many cards as possible, and it's just like a default image of whatever the card is.
Overall, there's a lot of learning lessons to a lot of this, but
what was the biggest lesson that you learned from vending, buying?
Definitely the buying and selling of or the buying of non-graded cards. That's something that going forward I'll be much more hesitant.
Did you buy it? Were you buying at a percentage, or were you just
it depended on the product? Because when you're doing non-sport, it's not like I can just say oh, well, all non-sport I'm doing 80% buying and
that's
selling at 95
so
to 100.
This is how you approach that. If you're at a booth and you're vending at a booth, people come up to you, hey, are you buying? Sure. What percentage are you buying at? You always say it depends on the card.
Yeah, but that's why I don't think you should ask that question. Or
because people are just going around and they're shopping. But they're saying, I'm going to sell my card to the person that's paying the highest percentage.
They're used to asking that question because they go to booths where it's like, oh, we have a big sign that says we're buying. And those people are buying for their TC or their LCS or for their online shop or whatever. And so they know they're going to be doing it at those prices. For most of these individual table vendors and stuff, it depends on the card. And that, I think it's fine if you want to ask the question, but I'm never going to just say oh, it's a flat 95%.
Oh, that's why you should say it depends on the card.
Yes, every single time.
If it's a card, if it's a raw Poncho Pikachu, I'm going to pay close to 100% of comps.
Yeah. Right.
But if it's just
because it's rare and you want it. And
if it's just a illustration rare of some random Pokemon.
Yep.
I'm going to pay 75% of comps.
So there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else from. Well, is there anything else from the show that you?
What was like the?
I'm sure there's things I'll remember or have questions on.
What was like your favorite part of the show?
Like that I was involved with, or just what I saw?
Just what you saw. Like maybe a favorite booth or something that someone was doing really well. That you're like, oh man, I really like what they're doing. What the maybe an activation or maybe like a corporate sponsorship or maybe just. Like, tell me, because this has been, if not the biggest year at the National population wise, like you being at Nationals in previous years, is the hobby healthy in your opinion?
The hobby is, if healthy means, is there a lot of money and prices are high, then yes. If the hobby health is dependent on like something more steady, I would say if steady is your gauge, I wouldn't call it steady because things were priced very high. Things were, and they'd been going high, obviously, especially sports goats have been going, they're skyrocketing. If you are concerned about a bubble, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bubble.
I
hope, well, I mean, if you like ask any of like the big, like even when we asked Mahan and Ruben in our interview, which if you're not familiar, if you're a big TCG person, you don't know what I'm saying. Ruben is the basically owner of Fanatics.
Michael Ruben,
and Mike Mahan is essentially the CEO of everything underneath that. I mean, like of all the card related things, Tops and Fanatics Collect and all that stuff. So anyways, with that being said, even in those discussions with them, it's like, hey, where are we in the cycle of like, we can't just keep going up forever. And they even acknowledge, yeah, there's going to be a correction at some point. Everybody knows there's going to be a correction. I don't know when or where or how, but that will happen. And that's a good thing because nobody wants there to be continuous movement upwards. Now, maybe it doesn't have to be a correction like where we see a huge drop, 15, 20, 25%. Maybe it's hey, we lose 5% and then things just kind of steady, level out a little bit. That would be fantastic too. So overall, is the market healthy? It is flying, it's hot, and it's healthy in the sense that there's a lot of money and there's a lot of people in it. And overall, because of all those people and because of all that money, there's a lot of positivity. I felt more positive about the show than I have in any previous year. And a lot of that helps because I was like, it helps when you're surrounded by guys like Funkel and BJ, who are also pretty positive guys. And I mean, I was surrounded by all of the SCN team, and a lot of those are very positive guys. But in years past, it's been me and Mike, and Mike is not always like the most positive, upbeat guy. He's funny, and I enjoy spending time with him. But at the same time, it's like you're not going to him for like a pick-me-up 9 times out of 10. So being there with those other people may have been an influence, but to Mike's credit, he pointed this out on SCN today. When there's that much money, it's kind of hard to be negative, right? Like there's a lot of people who are just bolstered by the fact that they're doing so well in the hobby. So overall, I don't really care. I was just very happy that people were enjoying their experience. When they came to me, they were very happy to meet me. I was very happy to meet them. I got to meet that. You know what? To say my favorite part was like anything but meeting you guys, the community, would be a lie because it boosts me. It like encourages me to keep doing this, to keep staying, on the course we're going on, not to deviate from the path because obviously what we're doing works because people enjoy it very much. But it's also just like to know that people are getting entertainment and value and education and a lot of other things that go along with that. So I don't know, that's really hard to say anybody's personal experience of coming up and sharing with me how we affected them in some way. There's nothing that really beats that.
What are some of the stories? Can you share any of the?
At this point, there's no point in like going into every individual story, but there are like multiple stories I can go into, including like multiple people that's like, oh, we've only talked in DMs for years and we finally got to meet, or this person said they need to come over and say hi because I was so-and-so that affected them in this way, or like the only reason I was buying these booster boxes was because you said something and I pulled a 1 of 1. And it's like all these kinds of stories were the ones that came out of that. And it's really cool. So,
shout out. I'm going to dub all the Hobby Nonsense fans as the Hobby Homies.
The Hobby Homies, yes, I like that.
Or if you have something better, we need to have or the Hobby Nation or somebody like the hardcore fans. We need to have a name for what they are.
When the new logo comes out, we can figure out what the name of he is, and then we can go from there. Because I mean, there's
shout
a
out
lot
to
of
Hobby Nation.
People want.
I like Hobby Nation, Hobby Universe, Hobby Nation, Hobby Homies,
Hobbyist, Hobby Hoe Cakes.
I love me a good hoe cake. You know who has the best hoe cakes?
Who? Neither do you.
Yes. The barbecue place in Gallatin. What is it called? Top Hog.
Oh, Top Hog.
Great hoe cake.
I don't know where you can get a hoe cake other than that place. Okay, so we do have a lot of other things besides
we can't
stuff
talk
to talk about because we are like an hour and 15 in.
We can't talk about it.
If you want a 2-hour episode.
What's that?
It'll be a 2-hour episode.
No, let's cut it.
Ray wanted to do 2 episodes this week, and the only thing is like my only fear is we're gonna cannibalize one episode because like people are gonna listen to this one because it's the first one out, and then they won't listen to as much as the other one. I
think we should cut it.
Actually, let's do this.
If you wanna listen to the rest of what I have, I'll do a dedicated YouTube video on it.
No. I want to keep. No, let's. We have a lot more to talk about. And we still
want to keep going?
It's only an hour 15. Like we've done this. We've done 2-hour episodes before.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Because I mean, like,
it's up to you.
The other option is like we go home and like we record something on YouTube only.
Yeah, we can do that. Have people to come to the YouTube channel. Guys, our YouTube channel is fixing to grow tremendously. So if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, go over to the YouTube. We have a lot of really good stuff. I just opened up a box of new Power World TCG, so you can check up on that.
Hang on. Are we saying this is what we're doing? We're not doing.
What are we doing?
Else?
I don't know. What are we doing?
We've got all these check boxes of things to go over, and we've
Bro,
only
that's a
we've
lot
hit 2
of check
them.
boxes.
We've hit 2 of them. I got to talk about 1966 Spider-Man, and you got to talk about new Pokemon set, maybe mappable, and 3D printers, and then we got to talk about new releases coming out this week and next week.
What do you want to do?
Oh man, I don't know, because there is like a part of me that's like, ooh, YouTube only content. Maybe we'll get more views and subscribers over there. Here's what I would like to do. I think this week I'd like to finish the episode. Let's just bang it out.
Okay.
Let's bang it out. But I think next week maybe we hold off. Maybe we hold back some. And we do.
I think we can.
YouTube.
Yeah. We can even do it live, or we can record, or whatever we want to do.
All right. Let me.
I still think we need to do a Hobby Nonsense After Dark live.
I do. I mean, trust me, bro. So
people can interact. They can chat.
Yes.
Let us know if you guys would want to do any of that. But for this episode, we will continue to do the episode.
Ooh, by the way, that Jungle Ranger card, I was just looking on eBay, one sold for $4,800 today. So already,
are you gonna get
thou?
You know what you should do before it goes up? You should buy the promo Woody that complements the Jungle Ranger.
I like that.
Have you seen it?
The one from the same set from Wilds Unknown?
But it's a promo.
Oh,
it's not in the set.
Oh, I don't know. No,
type in lower kind of promo Woody.
All right, I'm not going to make the people stay and listen to me trying to find it though. But I do.
I'm just curious to know how much
it's not an iconic. It's just a.
It's
promo.
an enchanted.
Enchanted.
Look at it. We'll talk. I think if you're going to get the Jungle Ranger,
yeah,
Buzz Lightyear, you got to get the Woody, son. Especially because it's a promo card.
Okay. All right.
It's not in a set. You can't pull it.
You're making a lot of sense.
I'm making a lot of sense.
I'll try and find it.
And I think you need to get the other enchanted from Wilds Unknown
the Merida one?
No, not from Wilds Unknown, from Attack of the Vine, the Woody and the Buzz. You need that card also. You need to have the whole Toy Story line.
I mean, I kind of like it. It's not a terrible idea.
I'm excited for the next set. I forgot what it's called, but it's going to be, it's supposed to be Coco related, but this one was supposed to be. Monsters Inc.
I see it now. It's Woody Jungle Guide.
Jungle,
There's Jungle Ranger.
He's
and
like
Jungle
holding
Guide.
some scissors.
Ooh, man, someone bought one a few days ago for $6.25 for.
That's what I'm
PSA
saying.
10.
It's still low.
Ooh, all right. I'll buy one, and then if you guys see others out there, then that's on you at that point.
It's still low. It's affordable.
All right, so let's do this. There are some new releases to discuss as well.
New releases.
And
we haven't heard that in a while.
I know. Well, there's new releases that are coming. It hasn't come out yet, but by the time you guys are listening to this, some stuff will have already been. I think like there's a EQL or a pre-sale on Topps' website for
Dude,
some
I'm
of
so
it.
done with EQLs. Wasn't there an EQL for some of the national exclusive boxes?
They were
or
all
something?
EQLs.
Well, like, what
I'm
are we
glad.
doing?
I'm
did
glad
you
they
get
did
any?
It. Yeah, I got some.
Which ones did you
multiple
get?
days. I got EQL of basketball, football, and WWE.
Oh, really? Did you open them up?
The WWE.
Did you pull any number cards?
I did. I pulled an out of 5 auto.
No way.
But it was not. It's not like a huge guy. I guess.
Who was it?
Wrestler, I should say. Dang it! Are you kidding me? Freaking DC Sports signed me out. Now I got to put in my code to get back in. I sent it over to DC because they were like doing a thing like you send it over to us if you want to sell it, and we'll put it up like same day or something like that. So, it was
Otis.
No, I saw Obafemi won last night. Which aren't you a fan?
I'm a fan of Oba. He just beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. At Hell in the Cell.
You're scaring me. Don't do that, mister. All right. Putting in my code, and I'll tell you what it was. So, the card is... So, I got 2 Dominic Mysterios in there. One is like some national exclusive card in there, and then... Well, they're all national exclusives, right? But one was like some insert for the national. Another one was a Dominic Mysterio national out of 10.
Dang, that's out of 10?
Yeah. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. I was happy with that. Out of 10's black.
Oh, duh, I knew that.
And rookie mistake. The other one was an auto, and I am finding it as we speak. It was.
You said auto out of 5, right?
It was Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, out of 5.
Hey,
it's up on bids right now. He
has one of the worst signatures.
$7.50. Granted, it's got a few days left.
He has one of the worst signatures in WWE, in my opinion.
Is he? I mean, do many people like him?
He's a mid-carder. You know, well, Carmelo don't miss.
I'm sure an out of 5 auto will do a few more bucks than 7, but at the same time, it was just like I was fine to go ahead and move those because it's like the fact that they are national cards, like they say the national, inevitably, like a lot of those will go down in value over the next few weeks, or at least historically they have. Who knows? This could be the one where they don't because like everyone was all about like the basketball cards specifically. So who knows?
It's so interesting. I think it just. Basketball in general is so international. I think I'm going to start collecting all the GPK WWE cards from this year from Chrome.
Do it.
I know.
That would be awesome. I mean, I would love that too. They're just not cheap.
They're not cheap.
Raws,
I think Raw. I think the most expensive Raw one is like John Cena, but it's like, not numbered. It's like $500. So they're still affordable, but.
So new releases this week. There is going to be Topps Chrome. I'm sorry. It's Topps Chrome Sapphire Marvel. So Marvel has already come out. This is the Sapphire version of it. It comes out this Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, if you're listening to it that morning, you'll be able to get in on it. It doesn't say EQL on this page. Let me just double check if it's EQ. Yeah, it is an EQL. So it is an EQL. So by the time, if you listen to the show first thing, you'll be able to get into it.
When are you going to be breaking it?
I don't know if I'm getting any of it. Sapphire's a weird one. They don't allocate it like they do everything else. So it's
to get that together.
And if I do get it, it's maybe at Wave 2 prices. And man, if it's anything like Disney Chrome, I got to talk about Disney Chrome. I got to send out a warning on Disney Chrome.
Ooh.
Not Disney Chrome Sapphire, but I got to talk about it first.
Disney Chrome 2026.
Let me finish the new releases. Then next Monday. Topps has announced Wacky Packs. So there's a new Wacky Packs, which is a weird thing because they don't always do this product. Like, or I guess they did last year, but I didn't even know about it.
What is Wacky Packs?
Wacky Packs is just like these weird, wacky cards. Like they got like different characters in there. I'm very curious to see it. It's a non-sport thing, and it's coming out Monday, August 10th. I've got like a little thing to notify me. I hope it actually does, but
I'm still confused of what it is.
It's
Topps Wacky Packs.
It's Topps Wacky Packs. I mean, that's what it is. You got to like look it up. Sometimes it's like got brand names in there of like cartoon versions of serialized things. It's weird. I don't
like
know.
Almost like a
I don't know.
GPK thing, or
yes, and also not GPK though. Like some other sets, like some other characters and or products. They've got like off. I guess maybe let me see.
Like
maybe,
a Snapple, it's
Wacky
Scrapple.
Packs. This set includes 36 brand new gags done by some of your favorite wacky artists. Look for sketch foils, Laugh Riot packs. Yeah, dude, there's they're brands that are like, what's the word? They're silly
like
versions of them.
Caricatures.
Yeah, they're caricatures of branding.
So like Captain Crunch is like Captain Curd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But there's some people that really like it, and it's usually very cheap, and it's just fun and silly. It's fun for kids.
It's given GPK vibes.
I don't think it's anything like I'll be allocated. I'm sure it's probably like a website only thing, but I wouldn't mind getting some just for fun. So that's Topps has announced that one. Tuesday.
When is this coming out?
That's the following. So Monday the 10th. Tuesday
10th.
the 11th. There's going to be a new Marvel product because you know how we do.
Why not?
When we've had multiple Marvel products come out, why not have another one? So this is called 2026 Topps Vault Marvel. This is a new one, I believe. I don't recall this product in the past. I mean, my memory's not great these days, but I feel like that is going to be a brand new one. So we don't know much about it, which is funny given the fact that it comes out like in a week's time, but. Just be prepared on the 11th, Tuesday the 11th. They've got it scheduled, and then Wednesday. So next week is the big week. You got Wacky Packs and you got Marvel on Tuesday, and on Wednesday you've got Star Wars Chrome Galaxy, and that's going to be a big one.
Love it.
Again, that one I'll get allocated some, and that's going to be either an EQL or a pre-sale. So just put these things on your calendars if you're interested in any of those. So the thing about Disney is
2026 Disney Chrome.
Not anything new. I've said this a few times, but I feel like I now need to put out an official warning because I haven't heard any Topps representatives say anything about this, and I kind of wish they had. So Topps, I'm not coming down on you. That's not what I'm all about. Okay, I'm
not calling you out.
We need to acknowledge this for the consumer. If you are into blasters and megas. You don't need to worry about it. Keep doing that because you're doing great. If you are into hobby of 2026 Topps Chrome, you just need to be aware that supers are pretty non-existent and the odds sheet is incorrect. The odds of showing like how many hobby boxes how many hobby packs till you pull a super, that the information is not accurate because what it appears to be now, granted. Could I be incorrect on all this information? Why not? I'll say I could be wrong, but by all the math, it's saying I'm not wrong. So the math being how many cases I opened, how many cases two other much bigger breakers than I did have opened, and how many supers have come from all of those hobby cases, which in this case, the number would equal out to about 80 cases, and the number of supers would equal out to 1. So it's somehow these things got flipped where I guess the amount of supers that go into megas and blasters probably should have been the 1, and all of the supers that are actually getting hit in megas and blasters were supposed to go into hobby. In fact, the one and only Walt just got pulled from another blaster. Or I believe actually this could have been a mega in this case, but either way, I got messaged several times by some Disney collectors all of the supers that they've been seeing even more so lately coming out of blasters and megas. They are not in the hobby boxes. That's what you need to remember. So here is that warning. 23, great. 24, great. 25, Disney Chrome, great. You're going to find the right amount of supers. Not the case with 26 Disney Chrome hobby boxes. There you go.
It's all in it's all in retail.
It's in retail, and that is not how it's supposed to be. according to the odds and just how Topps does things. It's not how it's supposed to be, but that's how it has been based empirically on math.
So I opened up some retail boxes over the weekend for the YouTube channel.
Of Disney?
I got 2 megas and 4 blaster boxes.
You pull anything? Not anything. Did you pull anything?
I did pull something.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
What'd you pull?
It's not crazy. I got a autograph.
Stop there. The fact you pulled an auto, that's amazing. It's not even guaranteed in a case to pull an auto. I don't think in a case. Definitely not guaranteed in a box. I think on average I was pulling like 1 to 2 autos in a case of hobby. But there have been so many people who have sent me the autos that they pulled in a blaster. Or
Barry the Platypus.
You did?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome for all you Phineas and Ferb fans out there.
So
was it numbered or no?
It was not numbered. I wish
mean,
it was.
I don't care, but yeah.
Yeah, the voice actress for Phineas and Ferb or Barry the Platypus.
I saw that Dick's
Should have taken
Sporting
a
Good.
picture of it.
Yeah, why didn't you?
I don't know because I uploaded it on the. I'm working on it for the YouTube channel.
Oh, it will be on YouTube.
It will be on YouTube. So
I was like, how did I not know?
I have like 6 videos in the hopper.
Oh, I love that. I love that. If you're not going to go to the national, at least you got some cool content coming.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I just got messages from other guys who pulled auto. It wasn't supers, but they pulled an auto, and there was something else they just pulled out of a blaster as well. Those are just my personal DM.
Mm-hmm.
Like to go through my personal DMs and see all of the like stuff they pulled out of Disney blasters is insane. But yeah, it's something that I feel bad too for the breakers. Like there's some of these breakers that are sitting on cases and cases of this stuff. There's a breaker that I will not name names. They have over 100 cases of this right now. And I could not feel worse for them because they weren't getting it at like wave 1 prices either. They got it.
So what do you do?
Slowly move it out.
Do the people that are buying into these breaks, are they aware of this?
The people that are buying into these breaks, I doubt it. I mean, if they're buying in, they either know and they're getting maybe a good price, or they're buying in because it's out there and they're hoping for maybe an out of 5, or they think they can pull a super. And like I said, it's not to say there's no supers, because there have been a super or 2 pulled from a hobby, but it's very few and far between. It is by far the other way.
I need to buy some more blasters.
Here's the thing. I've ripped at least a case worth at this point, and I have not pulled an auto.
Really?
I haven't pulled anything decent.
Damn, I feel so good now.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Because I pulled, it was an auto. It was 4 blaster boxes and 2 megas. It was an auto that came out of a blaster. And then I just got 2 numbered cards. It was like out of 99 and out of 175.
The best I have done is I did pull a Donald Duck out of 30.
Mm-hmm.
However,
what color is that?
It's pearl, and nobody likes it. I don't know why. I put it like I sent that one to DC, and I think it sold for like 60 something bucks out of 30 Donald Duck. That's ridiculous. Now I've also pulled like a couple out of 25, like it was like the Disney Channel characters, and those also I don't think any of those.
So many Disney Channel characters, man.
Well, now
when I kept opening them up, I was like, "There's a lot of Disney Channel characters in this set."
Well, there was a Minnie Mouse sketch that I got from 2026 Topps Chrome at the show. And this is one of those where it's like I have made it a personal rule where unless I'm getting a crazy good deal, I'm not buying sketches, because I've been burned on almost every sketch I've ever bought. Every sketch I've bought.
Well, you got to like the sketch. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
But that's the problem. I like them too much. Because I like them to the point where I'm like, oh, that thing's going to go like for multiple hundreds. But
you're buying them to flip.
Well, not every time, but inevitably some of them I am. And every time I've gone to flip, though, I've not gotten what I thought it was worth. So, but this one seems to be
in the eye of the beholder.
Well, this one seems to be the one that's breaking all the rules, because this one was a Minnie Mouse one. And it's like, we looked at some comps, and like based on comps, it's like, it's kind of, it again, in the eye of the beholder. Stephanie from Mama Breaks just put out a cool video about like how to value a 1-of-1 sketch. Oh, and I liked it because it like has to do with the artist, the character itself, and of course the rarity, whether it's a black foil, silver, gold, all that. And then I think the last one was just eye appeal. You know, what does it look like? Does it look good? That's great advice. It really, I don't know if I would put them in the order. I don't know if the order even mattered. So I would just say, just take those 4 things and apply. No, not just all about eye appeal.
Yes.
Those 4 things. But all that said, that mini I did buy to flip. I got it for, I think, about $350 or something like that. Maybe $300 to $350, somewhere around there. And it's currently at like $530 on bids right now. So that's the first time I've actually gotten a sketch that's gone up in value when I went to sell it. I think we were just talking about the
your
Disney
2026.
Chrome.
Yes.
Yeah, the rest of Chrome. Just keep all of the things I mentioned in mind, because the good news is on Sapphire, the 2026 Sapphire, it's not like that, because there aren't blasters, there aren't megas of that. If you're looking for a Papa, the Papadaja, the 1 of 1, the pink Papadaja, those are all in there because they're not anywhere else. And I do think like that's the one you want to go for, because they are all there's only 1,000 cases of that. So it's even much lower print than the 2026 hobby stuff is. There's your new releases. There's your Disney warning. And yeah.
You know what card has really good eye appeal?
Tell me.
That Zerg sketch that you bought at
the
show.
Did I show you that?
Sick. I saw it in the video.
Dude, that Zerg, that's the only reason I bought it. Because it was just...
It's giving like Darth Vader vibes.
Right. It was like... And plus it's like... It is kind of Darth Vader-ish, right? Because it's like...
Buzz, I'm your father.
He is Buzz, technically, from the future, I guess. But...
wait, what? Spoiler alert.
Well, if you would watch the other Buzz movie,
which one? The one with
the real life Buzz, or I shouldn't say. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Let's hit some Pokemon, because I got a couple other things, but let's hit Pokemon or wrestling. Did you? Well, the only
we'll talk about wrestling real quick. If you don't know, last Saturday and Sunday, SummerSlam, which is probably the second biggest WWE event of the year, just behind WrestleMania, and night 2 was fantastic. A lot of really big surprises happened. A lot of really great, fantastic matches occurred. And on top of that, the majority of the wrestlers was wearing a SummerSlam patch somewhere on their ring gear.
Oh, really? So that's cool.
So I think this is the first time they did a SummerSlam patch.
Okay.
And I'm just excited for it. I really hope they don't put it into royalty, because then it's going to be super expensive.
Because the
WrestleMania patches last year were in royalty.
Well, this year, you mean?
This year, correct.
Well, and you saw that.
Yes, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because someone finally pulled the John Cena WrestleMania patch.
I will say this. What I heard was I think they had it for a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
If I had to guess,
because they brought it to get it graded there at the show.
Yeah, well, and they're taking it to Golden to auction it, but I don't think the person who owns it is coming out. And if I had to guess, it's a
so
breaker
that guy
of somebody.
Didn't own it. That was holding it.
Well, the guy who's holding it is I guess the guy who has it, right? I mean,
I've seen him
who pulled it.
Like, yeah,
oh, you
like
know
he's
who
in
it is.
Plenty of. I don't know who he is. I was
speculating that it was like a breaker or somebody who had it because they had a vested interest in not saying anything that they pulled it.
Well, the person that's been holding it and showing it off, I don't know that he's a breaker. I think he might live here in Nashville.
Really?
He was wearing
Was it you?
I wish.
He's over here breaking royalty when he had it the whole time.
Wearing like one of those Nash Collective hats.
Wait, the Nash cards? Is that what you're saying?
Like, that brand, Nash
Collective?
It's like a brand, like a hat brand.
Huh. No, I don't know.
And they have other stuff. It's like a Nashville brand.
Oh, okay.
But he was wearing one of those hats, so I'm guessing he's from Nashville.
Interesting.
Or maybe he just came here at one point and bought a hat that he liked.
Could be that.
But the 101. I think it was the John Cena that was there at the National. I think the Rhea Ripley was there also, and both of them are getting auctioned off at Golden.
Oh, that's going to be big. Both of those are going to be big.
If you were to speculate,
well, I mean,
how much do you think the John Cena?
There was $100,000 bounty, so it's going to go over that more than likely, because people know, like, oh well, I know it's worth $100,000 because somebody put an offer out on it. So what it will actually go for, I would guess probably like $135,000.
Really,
something like that. If I had to guess, just off the top of my head. Speaking of wrestling, though, I meant to tell you this. So
Did you meet any wrestlers at the?
I didn't meet any wrestlers. That was not what I was going to say.
You did meet a wrestler, actually.
Oh, I did?
You met Logan Paul.
Oh, dang it. Duh. That's embarrassing.
Did you ask him when his rookie Topps cards are actually going to release?
No, I should have done that, right? Because he only has, does he not have
He
any?
only has a Topps Now card.
He doesn't have any.
Nope.
Oh, I thought he did.
He's been wrestling for 3 or 4 years now.
That doesn't make sense. Why would he not have one?
They should have. It should have been, I think, in this year's product, but they pulled it, or was it last year's product?
Yeah. I did hear something about it.
So there's something weird going on there.
Must be some kind of agreement that they're working on. Well, remember when you broke Topps Universe? The Topps Universe product. It was.
No, I don't.
It wasn't that long ago. You were doing breaks with Topps Universe. I believe it came out. I'm trying to look and see really quick when that came out. Topps Universe was.
Yes, I do remember that.
Now you remember. Oh, ignore that.
What about it?
Okay, apparently I can't.
Computer's dying?
No, I just keep hitting the wrong button and it's making noises for everybody to hear. So that product, Universe, came out on the street date was February 27th.
Okay.
It was 2025 WWE Universe.
Dang, that's been that long.
So February 27th. You know what comes out next week?
Topps Universe?
Topps Universe. We're 2026 Topps Universe. Are we 6 months? I don't even know if we're 6 months later. So on Monday, August 10th, along with those wacky packs, you're also getting 2026 Topps Universe. It looks like either a EQL or pre-sale. It's not saying quite yet. But that's listed on the new releases. I thought that was
Do we have a
strange.
checklist or anything for it yet?
No, nothing that I've seen.
That's strange. Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't hate that product.
no, it was cool, and it wasn't that expensive either, which I appreciate.
Yeah, and you know, 2 pair. I think I can't remember if it was a guaranteed auto per box.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah, I believe so. So,
which, with that being said, shout out to the boys over at Third Down.
Oh yeah, our boys at Third Down in the UK sold us a case of what's it called?
UK only release of the Topps 90s decade WWE.
There you go. Yeah.
So we will be breaking it here very soon, probably this weekend.
Yeah, baby.
So if you want some of those cards, UK exclusive only. By the time you're listening to this, I'll probably already be breaking it. For sure, the spots will be listed.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and start purchasing those spots.
Bam. There you go.
One case. And that is a guaranteed auto per box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, there's more.
And Hulk Hogan is listed in there. Hulk Hogan still has an auto in that product. Terry Funk has an auto in that product, which is insane to me because that's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, is it really?
Hardcore legend Terry Funk.
Okay.
You egg sucking dog.
What? Anyways, by the way, Upper Deck at the show was everywhere. I feel like there was hockey cards being talked about. Jason, the president of the company, he came over and did some content at the
Mashka.
Don't make me pronounce his name without looking at it, please. I cannot remember how you pronounce it. Let's just say my buddy Jason.
I love Jason.
Oh, well, here's the thing. The more and more I know about this hobby, the more I appreciate Jason and his thoughts and opinions on the hobby. Just because it's an everyman opinion, and I like that a lot. He's very in touch with the collector, you can tell. And anyways, what they're doing over there is really cool because there's a lot of guys with some Batman product as well. I am still needing more Batman in my life, so it's something I need to go out and look at. It's one of these where the last few months have been so insane. It's hard to bring that up into topics, but a lot of guys have been asking for more guys from Upper Deck to come on. The same guy who we've had on in the past come on and talk about some of their. I know,
he was great.
But anyways, shout out to Upper Deck for just being present, and apparently they had a really cool booth that I just never had time to get over to because I didn't get it over to many of the corporate booths. And thank you for what you guys are doing because it's being represented in the hobby well.
Shout out to Upper Deck. And Upper Deck, if you're listening to this, Jason, if you're listening to this, Send us some Upper Deck swag so I can wear on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
Upper Deck shirt, Upper Deck hat,
a bandana,
anything. I wear.
A sweat
I
rag.
bought a hat on eBay over the weekend just to support.
Did you really?
I did. And then it hasn't been shipped, and because the person was at the National.
They were at the National.
So hopefully it fits. I wear 7 3/8 hat.
Normal size.
More.
It's a totally normal
when you
size.
buy a snapback and it says, "This hat fits most."
Yeah,
I'm not part of that
You're not.
category,
bro. You and me. I'm with you. We're the same because I wear the same. I think we're the same size hat.
Mm-hmm.
Two big brain guys.
When I played football, they had to order a special helmet for me. Because
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow, I would have had to have done the same thing. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. All right, sorry, I kind of deviated there, but I did have a note to say something about it. We're about to do Pokemon. Before we jump into Pokemon, because you got a number of things, I just want to mention two things. One, the 1966 Spider-Man
Broke record, right?
Yes, it was a PSA 8.
No, really?
Right, yeah.
Wow.
I know. So this is from the 1966 Donruss Marvel set. This is the one that GaryVee talked about when he was on here. He mentioned it, I believe, even when we were up on stage for the interview. The the Spider-Man in that set just set a record. It was a PSA 8. It last sold for $6,600. This sale, $25,000.
Insane.
Insane.
First appearance of Spider-Man in that Donner set.
There's a lot of those that are graded out there. In fact, let me see if I can get the total number really quick, but I can tell you this much. As far as PSA 8s go, so there's 457 total graded by PSA. Of 8s, there's only 32 of them. So there's 32 8s, there are 10 9s, and there's only 2 10s. So it's a very low pop count in the higher grade. So that's why an 8 doing 25,000 isn't that insane. When you really think about it. What's just insane is the fact that it went from 6,600 up to 25,000. Now, the fact that you have Brand New Day coming out and it just set records, it's the biggest opening day in Hollywood history.
Dude, I tried to buy tickets. I couldn't get any together. All of them were sold out.
A buddy reached out to me today, in fact, and we're going to go see it Sunday. We just bought tickets. So I'm very excited to see it. No spoilers, please.
I didn't see it.
But
I've seen it.
It's also I think one of the highest rated ones. I think it's like a 90-something% Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, they said that Tom Holland, after filming The Odyssey, he learned so much from working with Christopher Nolan that he took everything that he learned to the Spider-Man movie.
That's so cool. I didn't think about that. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I'm even more excited to see it. And I'm also excited to see Odyssey, which I know you've seen several times on a Nintendo Color Game Boy screen. So
I just watched it on my MP3 player the other day.
Shut up. So anyways, I wanted to shout out that because Gary, by the way, I don't think I talked to him we talked a lot about Logan Paul. Gary is still very high on the non-sport, the fictional character train. If you didn't know this, you didn't know. But if you're at the National...
If you didn't know...
and I'm going to put out a little video because I did have at one point Gary looking over Funkel's non-sport collection.
Oh, fantastic.
Which was really cool. But Gary was mainly at the V-Friends booth. But Gary actually had a separate booth in the back corner, which Tyler and some of his other guys were kind of manning at different times.
Rips.
Adam Rips was over there, and Tyler and I guess other members of the team. But it didn't say V-Friends all over it. It didn't say GaryVee all over it. It just had non-sport or fictional characters. It even had a sign. I think they were buying fictional characters. So a lot they had Family Guy cards and Simpsons cards from the 90s. They did have a few V-Friends cards, but they had a few 1966 Donruss cards in there as well. And they had Harry Potter. They had basically all these fictional character IPs over there. And that was kind of cool, going over and talking to a few guys. It was the last table I hit before walking out of the building because it was in the very far back corner. And I was even going to walk
away.
When I left the show on Saturday, it was about 2:00. And I had promised the Third Down guys I was going to go with them walking the show at some point, but it was so busy. Every time they would come over, I was either doing some, sponsor or doing content, or I was in the middle of 20 negotiations.
You need a handler.
I do. And to some extent, the SCN was helping with some of that, but for my own personal things, I need
you need
a
to see
handler.
if Sports Lady can be your handler.
I don't want to put that on her. She's got enough on her plate. But yeah, maybe somebody. And anyways,
What about Sports Child?
Sports Child? Maybe one
your
day.
deals?
She'll get there. So as I'm leaving though, I'm going down the escalator. They're coming up the escalator, and I was like, guys, and they're like, they were saying something. I was like, you know what? Just come on down. Come down. I'm pointing to them, and I wait there, and they come on down. I had just bought my first alcoholic drink, my first and only alcoholic drink at this show. Because that's the other thing. People are just like walking around with beer cans and their cocktails and stuff.
I know.
And on the last day, I'm just like, yeah,
You're saying
baby.
they can like open carry drinking. You can
know.
sell a hot dog? You
I would
can't
not even
give away hot dogs?
Give away hot dogs.
Ridiculous.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going out. I'm going to have a drink. I had a double whiskey Diet Coke. And I'm not going to lie to you. I get why they're doing it because I went out and bought I bought a card that I'm actually really happy. That was the Fred Rogers card that I bought. So I bought a Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, for those who don't know.
Frederick.
There was a signed custom card that I ended up getting. They had it marked for $450. I got them down to $350, and I was very happy with it. But we walked the floor together, me and the third down, Ben and Katie, his wife. Like, we just walked it, and that was the last table, the GaryVee's little table in the back corner with all the non-sports stuff. And I had a nice long conversation with two guys who were talking to Tyler about, like, they had a 1966 Batman on the table too. And I was like, trying to explain to them why, because they were just saying how they're moving from sports into non-sports, which I cannot tell you how many people said that to me at the table or at different points in the show, but they were saying how they were doing that. And I was like, well, if you're going to be a non-sport collector, you have to have that 1966 Batman in there. It's just a must. And so I was trying to sell for the table as well. I was helping them, I guess, but I was being, they had a ton of questions about all that stuff. So a lot of fun conversations there. So 1966 Spider-Man rookie just set a record at 25,000. And the last thing that I had was just, there's a $50,000 bounty on a 2025 Disney Chrome Reflections, the one of one, the Ratatouille Reflections. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Linguini.
We talk a lot about Disney and non-sport cards. Yeah, it's Linguini and Remy on the same card. I think the reflection is a big pot. So that's the Reflections card. Okay. New Pokemon set may be mappable. Tell me more.
So allegedly the new Pokemon set, as of right now, we only know that's the Japanese one. So it's going to be Storm. I always butcher this name. I want to say Esmeralda, but it's not what it is. Esmeralda. Emerald.
Got nothing.
But it's our Delta Rain set. But they're saying that it's mappable. So what that means is that when you open up a booster box, in this case, if you hit a certain card or a certain sequence of cards, you can predict when the next hit is going to be.
Oh,
now that doesn't mean that it is the biggest hit.
Mm-hmm.
But it is going to be a hit. So I think Pokemon will fix that, hopefully before we get it here in English for Delta Rain.
Okay.
But as of right now, it's only Japanese. The other set that was mappable in the past was the Sword and Shield base set, which they did fix that. But yeah, so I want to bring that up because if you're hearing this and you're looking to buy some of this set, don't buy loose packs.
Oh, okay. All right. That's smart.
So don't buy loose packs. If you're buying them in a break or whatever, or on
especially the Japanese version.
Yeah, just break them or see them opening them up from the box or
fresh
whatever.
Box. Okay.
So I just wanted to bring that up because that's I keep seeing videos of people just pulling the main SIR, which is the Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza out of this set, which that leads me to our next topic, is that the Storm, the Delta Rain cards out of this set have all been leaked, and this set is fire.
Oh, really?
This set is a banger. SIR Mega Rayquaza, there's a Groudon in there, there's a Raikou card in there, there's a Kyogre card in there. There's a lot of really nice looking cards in this set, and it's about time because Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, all these sets, all these modern
Was Ascended
sets.
Hero
that we've
the
been
last
hearing,
banger? Would you say?
yeah.
Okay.
And that was and that was a special set. So we're getting
Yeah.
another special set with the 30th anniversary, but we haven't gotten a real inline set that has booster boxes that is good for like a really long time since Destined Rivals.
Oh,
I
really?
would think.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
So I'm really glad that we're getting a set that is good.
Yeah, a decent set. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, I just to move us along, I'd have more questions for you, but given I just looked and we're at almost an hour 55 right now. There's
Before
an
hour 55 total.
Yeah. So what about this? I really wanted to hear the top 5 Pokemon sales in July.
Yeah,
and then
so
the next one as well.
I did some digging because I know data digging,
Yes,
not
digging data.
Bitcoin digging.
Well, digging data also
mining.
means you really like the guy from Star Trek.
Yes,
You're digging data.
or the guy from Goonies.
Thank you. Exactly.
So the top 5 Pokemon sales in July, since we're in the beginning of August.
Yes.
And I know that you've been doing some non-sports countdown, so I wanted to give you some of the top 5.
You know I love it.
So at number 5, the Gold Star Mew, and we did bring this up in a prior episode. Gold Star Mew PSA 10 just sold for $192,000 on Fanatics.
True.
At number 4,
is that a record? Do you know?
I don't know.
Say? Okay.
I don't know. First edition Lugia BGS Pristine 10 with a gold NBA sticker just sold for $236,000 on alt.
Jeez. Okay. Wow. That's
The Gold Star Latias PSA 10 just sold on alt for $375,000.
okay.
Number 2, the Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 10 just sold on alt for $685,000. And the biggest sale of the month of July, the Illustrator Pikachu BGS 9 just sold on Golden for $2 million.
That one I did see, and that was just crazy.
Crazy. Now, I did want to do an honorable mention. This was 6 on the list.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to bring this up because I think this is a good topic of conversation. A CGC 10 Gold Star Rayquaza sold for $168,000. Now, we did say that the second biggest sale in July was a PSA 10 Rayquaza for $685,000. So look at the difference in the amount of the same card and basically the same grade, but 2 different grading companies, and how much of a premium the PSA card is worth than the CGC card.
Honestly, say what you will about PSA. I don't care. If you're not getting your cards graded at PSA, you're going to leave money on the table.
You're leaving money on the table. And I would even venture to say that the person that bought that will crack it and hopefully get it graded.
Oh, I would hope so. I mean, that's I'm thinking right now, I should have taken out a second mortgage and then bam, gone and
purchased that card.
Yeah, geez.
And I wanted to bring up another point of these top 5 sales in the month of July. 3 out of the top 5 of the top sales in the month of July were all Gold Star Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that before.
And the highest grade, but I've always talked about this. If you want to get into the Pokemon hobby and you want things that are liquid, Gold Stars, Crystals, and Ponchos. Those are the 3 things that if you want to get into the hobby and if you want something that's liquid, you want something that people are always looking for, you want something that you're going to be a heavy hitter in this hobby, pick up those 3 things. They're always liquid. Those are the top 5 sales in the month of July, and 3 of those were Gold Star cards.
That's crazy. Wow.
And number 6 was another one.
Oh, it was? Really? Okay.
Which was a Gold Star Rayquaza.
Actually, there's this guy named Joe who's doing some football content over in SCN, but he's a big Pokemon guy. And he told me to give you a hard time because he listens to this too. And he was just like, Ray needs to talk more about shiny cards, which...
all the Gold Star Pokemon cards are shiny Pokemon.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Oh, is that so? Is it that all gold stars are shiny, but not all shinies are gold stars?
Correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Shining. There's a shining. Shining cards are another. And you know what a shining. If people don't know, a shiny version of Pokemon is just a color variant.
Yes. Okay.
So a shiny Charizard, which one of the biggest differences is that he's black instead of orange.
Yes.
Some of them are very minuscule, like shiny Pikachu, like his yellow is a different shade of yellow. There's not much difference there.
Got you. Okay.
So Mew, instead of pink, he's blue.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Got you. All right. Now hit us with the 4 cards that have jumped since April, because on the last show we were talking about the ones that have fallen, and you were talking about how there's been a dip in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
We're still seeing that dip, aren't we? I thought I saw some other
It depends.
content about
We're
this.
seeing a dip in ultra modern Pokemon cards, and that's healthy.
Yeah,
That is
sure.
healthy, but we're not seeing a dip overall in the Pokemon hobby. So last week we talked about some cards that are down in price that you need to pick up because it's healthy.
Yeah.
That you're going to be making money off of in the future.
Now these
Because
are ones,
these are bangers.
You think these
Now,
are ones
these
that
are
we need to sell?
These are ones that are going to continue to go up in price, and they are great cards to have in your collection. They're great cards for you to invest in. And I wanted to bring up 4 cards that have jumped, that have increased in value since the month of April. Okay. So, first edition Sabrina's Gengar. Okay.
Okay.
In the month of April, raw value, these are all going to be raw cards. Okay. You could purchase this card for $600. It is now selling for $1,200. That's a 115% increase from the month of April.
Wait, from 600 to 1,200?
600 to 1,200.
I would call that a 100% increase.
Yes,
right?
that is true.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I think I like
You're
yeah.
doing so good. Don't even explain yourself.
Aquapolis Tyranitar.
Okay.
April, $200. July, $546.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
Skyridge Gengar. Okay. Skyridge Gengar. April, $1,400.
Uh-huh.
July, $3,500.
Shoo, no. What set is that from?
Skyridge.
Wait, what's Skyridge? Is that
Skyridge
an old
is
one?
a set.
Is it a really old one or?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
older cards. All these are vintage-esque cards.
Oh, okay.
These are not any modern cards.
Because like you said, modern is taking a little nap right now.
Correct.
Maybe a little
ultra
lullaby.
modern, especially.
Okay.
But these are try and true cards that people are. This is what happens, right? People get into the hobby. This is the stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
People get into the Pokemon hobby and they get in with ultra modern. They start learning about it. They start learning about all the other older sets.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, there are so much older sets with better looking cards and better artwork.
Yeah.
And better cards that I can invest in.
Okay.
That's how you start getting into the e-reader cards. You start getting into first editions. You start looking at crystals. You start looking at gold stars. You start looking at, things
Sure.
like that.
Yep.
Right? That's like stage 4 in the, what is it, iceberg of getting into the Pokemon hobby, right?
Some might say pyramid, but pyramid denotes pyramid scheme. So we say iceberg.
We say
around
iceberg
here.
around
Yeah.
here.
We like it cold.
That's right. So the last card that I want to bring up, Skyridge Crystal Charizard card. April sold for $3,600 and is now selling for $9,000.
Jeez. Here's my thing is I found so many guys at the show. I had a fancy dinner with Funkel and 2 other big Disney collectors that I don't know if they want me naming their names.
Did Funkel wear his tank top?
I think Funkel was wearing. I honestly don't. I think there was a day where he didn't wear a tank top, and I remember thinking, why is he wearing a tank top? But anyways, we're at this fancy dinner talking Disney cards, and when I say like these guys are big Disney collectors, I mean like we're probably talking easy, 7 figures, I would say, for at least half the table, if not 3/4 of the table. How'd you get like these guys are flippers, like for the most part. They go after single cards for the most part. They're not going after your wax all the time. Like one of them has some wax, but they go after the cards that they think are good, and they just wait for them to go up, because once you've been in it long enough, and this is what I'm slowly realizing, I feel like it's taking me way too long to get this, is that I can tell what a good card is. I can tell, but I just don't make moves on it. I should be making more moves, because it's for me, after seeing enough of them. Now, granted, you would have a much better eye for Pokemon, and that's why you are giving the advice of, hey, here's some cards that you may want to start looking at. I think I could do more of that, both personally and just talking about it here on the pod for education's sake, where I can see, oh yeah, that card is down, and or it will go up, or it should go up, and therefore mention it, because this is something that these guys have been doing, and they've been very successful
in
with
the
it.
Disney world.
In the world of Disney.
In the world of
not
Disney.
at the theme
not
park.
Disney World. Yes.
Now they may be doing it at Disney World. I don't know what they do on the weekend, but actually one of them does go to Disney
Can
World
you
a lot,
give an example of something that they were prospecting that they thought it was a blue chipper that they bought to flip?
It's easy to say like 2023 and 2024 Sapphire, 2020 Disney and 24 Sapphire, and it's easy to say Mickey Mouse and Elsa, because those are also
that's easy. Yeah, but we're talking about like
but
Slinky Dog, or we're talking about like
they didn't name
Dopey, or
I'm trying to think if they named. I don't think there was any characters dropped. It was more like parallels and PSA 10s, and just snap buying it when you can, because a lot of these, they're so rare that they come up and you're like, oh man, that's a little higher than I wanted to spend. If you can say, oh, it's a little higher, and not like, oh my goodness, forget about it, then in some cases, just buy it. Like if it's just a little higher, like that's what one of them does.
So you're thinking like greens and purples and.
Yes, in some cases, so the like green is a less popular parallel. 7 out of 75 and out of 99, those are less popular. Gold is more popular.
50.
For whatever reason, 25 orange, not as popular either.
I love orange.
I like orange, and I like black, and they were saying black's not.
I don't like black.
I like black just because I think it's
doesn't
cool
look
with
good.
a black. Really, like
It,
black.
I don't think it
border?
looks good with the character that's on the.
Oh man, I would disagree personally, but yes, I think, but that's what they were saying. They were saying black is not as big.
Yellow is 75.
Well, yellow would be, well, it depends on the set. Gold is out of 50.
Yeah.
Some yellow is like out of 275.
Oh, okay.
Or it's like higher
Gotcha.
than that even. But anyways, they were talking about parallels, and like the 101, like the black and white speckle one.
I love that. I love it.
Of course, that's a hot one. The out of 28, the red and black Disney Mickey Mouse head, that's a banger one. Anything lower than that, the diamond one in Disney, 2023 Disney is very hot.
What number? What's
That's
the
out of
number
100.
Out of 100.
Out of 100, yeah.
That's cool.
They didn't have the black and white speckle in that one, or did they?
I don't think they did it
101?
100.
Yeah, they didn't have a 101. That's why everyone does like the pink one and maybe the 299. Anyways, so there wasn't like anything. What they did say was as far as like buying it when you can, like, and they were absolutely right. Had I bought like so many of these things when I thought, oh, it's good, they've done nothing but go up. But the other thing is, they go to a lot of shows. Like one of them in particular, worldwide. Like he's based out of Singapore, and he goes all over the world multiple times a year, all the time. So
Is his
that's
name
not
Pitbull?
Pitbull.
Yeah.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
I don't think his name was Pitbull.
No.
Very funny enough. But that's what's crazy is
He
these.
didn't get the joke.
He's a rapper. He's a musical artist. Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a song about all over the world.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Is that his name? I'm not a big Pitbull guy.
Mr. Worldwide.
So, anyways, going to all these shows, that's not something all of us can do, obviously. But finding different platforms, that's something you can do. Like online platforms, look for different platforms everywhere.
Yes.
And granted, try and be on a trustworthy platform. But eBay's not the only place that sells cards. So check out other
All
platforms
Fanatics,
as well.
Golden.
Yes, that just to name a few. Yeah. Arena Club. You can go in there. If you're not buying like a pack, you can go out there. They've got a platform where people have pulled them from packs, and you can send offers and things like that. Same with I think Collectible, and same with
what's the one where you like trade?
I mean, a lot of them you can trade. Yeah, like I mean, you can trade on Arena Club. And you can trade
really?
On, yeah, I think Courtyard. I said Collectible on Courtyard. But yeah, there's a lot of different marketplaces that you can be searching to try and find some of these deals as well. So anyway, that doesn't help you with like, hey, what single should I be buying in the Disney World? But I was just riffing off of the
So
fact
like
that,
right now, like with your expertise, let's just give an example. 2025.
let me go ahead and tell you, Lorcana. That's what if you're not going 23 and 24, go after Lorcana Enchanteds and go after everything from Fabled onward. I can't.
No before.
Once they introduced the Iconics, they needed something that was more rare to really help bolster some of the product, I think. And plus, they since then Into the Wild introduced the Pixar characters, and then of course Attack of the Vine has even more Pixar characters included too. But that's where we've seen the increase in value, and I think the other ones will rise as well. And we've seen increases in some of those prices as well. But I do think Lorcana is still like it had a bump, it went up, and some things came back down some, but I don't think anything's gone back down as where it was. A lot of things went up and then it kind of corrected, but that's a good thing in my opinion. And I think just seeing the popularity of Attack of the Vine, we just saw all the people in line for it at all the theme parks. I thoroughly believe that Lorcana and just the interest at the National alone, I think Lorcana will be a huge TCG, especially as long as the main gameplay itself continues to grow. Because the IP is already strong, right? There's no question of is Disney IP strong.
The cards are amazing.
Yes, it is. Now, let's get the TCG growing, which it is. It's more and more people are playing it. The competitions are getting bigger. The prizes are getting bigger. So now it's just a matter of time. In my opinion, I think you will see a return on investment and just a overall appreciation of your collection if you just like Lorcana artwork. Because I do. There's some people who don't always like the artwork on some Pokemon sets, and I'm going to say it's probably the same with Lorcana.
Yeah.
There's some sets you're not going to necessarily love, but then the other ones, it looks awesome.
But the great thing about Lorcana that is different from the non-sports Disney or non-TCG Disney is that it's all original artwork.
Yes, and that's,
so it's like they can
really
play
cool.
with it and not have like a stock image of Mickey Mouse and a certain pose or whatever.
Exactly.
You have Mickey Mouse. One of the enchantments.
You can mix them together.
Yes, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, you got Goofy fighting with I don't know, Ursula or something. So
what I think one of the underrated enchanteds out of Attack of the Vine that I don't think people are talking about is the Minnie and Mickey enchanted. That's the first time they're together in a card.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like
an enchanted or any high rarity card. That's the first time they're together on a card.
Interesting. I didn't realize
so
that.
I think that is an incredibly undervalued card as of right now.
Okay.
Of course, you can buy the Iconics out of Fabled if you can afford it. Sure. I think last time that I looked, the Mickey was going for like $20,000.
Well,
and a PSA 10.
I think it's around. Actually, in a 10, yeah, probably because I was just looking, and there's raw ones listed, I think for like 15,000. So I'm gonna guess a 10 is at least that. Actually, there's someone selling a 10 for 20,000 on
20,000,
yeah. Oh, and the one that's listed for 15 is actually a BGS 9.5. Nobody has any raws currently listed on TCG Player, so they may be over on eBay right now. But yeah, that's the Fable boxes I have. Like I have 3 cases of them, right? And
I paid, that's right.
I have 3 cases of Fabled. I paid like $16,000 for them, and there's 4 boxes in each. So I got 12 boxes of it. In 12 boxes, can I pull an Iconic? Because if I paid $12,000,
I just really want to know the odds because I think it's super high.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I can't remember what.
You won't get one out of a case.
Well, someone will.
Someone will, but I'm saying
it's
not guaranteed.
Sure. So, but here's the other thing about Fabled though, is if you don't hit the Mickey, there's also the Minnie in there that does big dollars as well. And here's the thing, we're talking about just like selling them. You don't have to sell it.
You don't have to sell them.
You can keep these cards. Like the Buzz one I bought without the intention of flipping. I bought it because I think it is a cool card that I want to keep for a while, like if not for a long while. But I also think I'm buying it at the low, and I think it's going to go up in value. Yep. That's how I view a lot of this. Is like
it's an iconic Buzz Lightyear,
and I think that there's a lot of characters out there that you can go after and buy them and be happy knowing that you have that character, that you get to show it off. And if you ever decide to sell it, then bam, you got something that hopefully has gone up in value. And that's where I think Lorcana is fun to talk about, because I think we're getting to do both. I think we're going to get to have our cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you're buying now.
What's the other iconic out of that set? Do you remember off the top of your head?
The Fabled?
Wilds Unknown.
Oh, Wilds Unknown. It was the Brave.
Oh, that's right. The Merida.
The Merida one, which is not as popular, but
you need
it still does.
You need to get the alien.
The
Enchanted.
That's the Enchanted one. Yeah, it is really cool. I do like it's like him hanging upside down or something, right? Yeah.
The Claw.
The Claw. All right. Pal World is the last thing, because this is like 2:15.
We're there. We're gonna.
You were right. It should have been 2 episodes.
I knew it.
I fought against it.
I knew it.
Yep.
But yeah, Pal World. For the people who don't know, there's a new TCG set that has been sweeping the nation.
Oh.
And that is Pal World.
Okay.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Pal World is a video game just like Pokemon that has recently been under hot waters because Pokemon had sued Pal World for
copyright infringement.
No, it was something else, because they ended up suing them for the wrong thing, and they won the case.
Pal World
won.
Interesting.
And so now it's a Pal World 1.0 that you can download on Steam and play, but they had to change some things so it's not directly in competition with Pokemon. So like, I think, what is it when you like, I think it was copyright, where they own the copyright to have a monster in a ball and throw it and catch it. Like Pokemon has the trademark infringement.
Oh,
that's what it is.
I see. Okay.
So they had to change that about the game and a couple other things, but they should have sued them for copyright, because a lot of the pals look exactly like a lot of the Pokemon.
Has this been around for a little bit?
It was around for a while, and then there was that lawsuit, so they stopped.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning the lawsuit, and they ended up re-releasing the game, and there was updates, and it's a better game. I have never played the game. Basically, a lot of people say that it's Pokemon with guns.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They've got guns in this?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, so they decided to release a TCG. This is the first edition, first box. Literally, it says first edition on the box. Each booster box contains 12 packs. Mm-hmm. Booster box retails around $50. So it's kind of like an ETB.
Gotcha.
But the kicker of this, and I went ahead and bought a case of this, because after doing some research, I thought, hey, I'll buy a box of this. I was just thinking about buying a couple boxes. Storm away. It says first edition on it.
Yeah.
Maybe down the road, if I lose money or whatever, it's okay, because I don't have a lot into it.
Okay, sure.
Right? Later, I find out that these boxes, they misspelled Pal World, and it says Pal Word on it.
Pal Word?
Yes.
This is like at the ones that I would go to like Walmart and find?
You have to buy them at a hobby store.
Oh, they're only in a hobby store. Oh, interesting.
And even when I open the packs say Pal Word on them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Everything says. How did they not get this right?
Exactly. So again, is it a Temu version of Pokemon? It's leading me to believe that a lot of it is. But yeah, so after finding out this information, and we did open up a box on our YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see some of the cards, go check that out. I explained some of the rarities. The highest rarity, it's called a SSP. Does it stand for super short print? It does not.
Oh, it doesn't.
It stands for super
silly.
It's
Pal
something
World.
Weird, right?
Pal World.
There's like an OSR that I pulled, which is it stands for over super rare. Yeah, the rarities are silly, but
so do you don't believe in this like IP long term, but maybe more just this one?
People love the game.
Oh,
people
they do.
Love the game. I heard it was a great game. It looks fantastic, but as a purist Pokemon fan,
you are.
It is a direct ripoff. I butchered every one of these pals' names on the video, but I think that this might be collectible. I think this might be investable.
Okay.
If it does well, and it looks like everyone's buying it,
mm-hmm.
If they end up doing another print run,
yeah,
even if it says first edition on it,
mm-hmm.
they're gonna fix the error of it saying POW word.
Sure. Yeah. So no matter what.
So the true first edition, first wave run.
Yeah.
We have cases, we have boxes, what have you.
Okay.
And so from the time of I made a short out of it. From the time making the short, the box was selling for around $60 to $70. The next day, it was selling for around $150. And I think right now prices are around like $170 a box.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it goes from 50 to that right after you.
Right after.
I'm not going to say
I don't think it's just me.
It's directly
but
because
I think
of your
after
video.
people finding out more and more.
Yeah.
They think, hey, this is actually not a bad thing.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a great thing. I mean,
throw some money at it. Why not?
Yeah, it's collectible and it sounds like people enjoy it because it's fun. So
even if I wanted to sell it right now, I could double my money. Sealed case of PAL World First Edition Error Box.
Mark me down for a yes.
Mark me down as a yes. I'm just I'm going to look up the prices right now. I'm just really curious.
Listen, we're at almost 2.5 hours of a podcast.
Has this been the longest?
It's supposed to be an hour and a half, and we're at 2.5 hours. For our editors, both Shane and
See,
Carlos,
you didn't think about them, did you?
Well, here's the thing. Either way, we either do 2 episodes where they got to edit both, or we just do one long one where they're editing it. So either way, they would have had a lot. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I think I'm going to be going out and buying a Fabled Enchanted Eye-to-Eye PSA 10 right now.
How much?
So I've found a buy it now for $17.50, and there's one that just sold for I think right around there, and there's several others though that are listed at buy it now at $2,500, $2,900. I think that a lot of people are expecting this thing to go up in value. So I want to buy it and then hope it goes up in value, and then just so I can know that if I needed to sell it, it's up. But I don't want to sell that one. That's a PC. So PC. Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Did anybody go up to your booth and say, "Hey, man, could you sell this to me? It's for my PC at this price."
They did, and I think it worked on me for like one guy, but nobody else. So, all right. There's your show. Thank you guys for your support. If you've gotten to this point,
you're a real one.
You are a real one.
You're the real Hobby Nation member.
Is that?
I don't know.
We got to have something. We'll work on it. We'll work on the name. Well, whatever we name our new mascot. Someone's saying Harold. Others are. Funkle says we should name him Poppy because of the Poppy Awards, but I don't know. He's also shaped like an H, so it seems like it should be an H.
Shaped like a card.
He's shaped like a card that looks. Anyways, you'll see it soon. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to Hobby Nonsense. I'm Jesse. That is Ray.
And remember, guys, what's your catchphrase?
He's got nothing.
Collect what you like.
Oh, thank you. Dang it. That is our catchphrase, isn't it? Collect what you like. We said it the first time.
See y'all.